Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Episode 2 of Dicewise Entertainment Presents Pathfinder 2nd Edition Age of Ashes Adventure Path Campaign, sponsored by Fantasy Grounds, which you can find right here on Steam. You download it. It's an awesome virtual tabletop interface game. We are using it, and we are live streaming it as our go-to around the table because, well, we're not around the table. We are at our computers as much as we'd love to be around the table. This is easier to show you. And as a special treat, and because, honestly, till we get certain tech things ironed out, we are giving you a behind-the-scenes look. You get to see Fantasy Grounds from the Dungeon Master or Game Master perspective. So what I do, you see. And hopefully it will give you a little bit more functionality and interest in actually purchasing Fantasy Grounds for yourself, because you get to see the DM using it. Now, eventually, for story purposes and stuff, you'll be smitten with what everybody else does, the player view, and as I reveal the story, things will surface and you can be engaged. But for right now, we thought, since we are learning Pathfinder right alongside you, why not? Well, because also we're learning Fantasy Grounds right alongside you. So hey, there it is. Now, when last we left our heroes, well, you know, they answered the call to heroes, but they haven't really done too many heroic things. So let's introduce our cast of characters. But first, I would like to introduce, at the moment, my technical advisor, right-hand man, and trigger man on our stream tonight, Mr. Rob Hammond. Bring in the video, Rob. Unmute the mic, Rob. Say hi, Rob.
Rob.
Now, you'll be able to catch Rob soon enough. Not right away, but soon. On our own channel at www.twitch.tv/GMsCut. And Rob will be hosting and GMing, and I'll get to play with people like, well, next in line we have our resident rules lawyer. And not that he's really a stickler for the rules. We just sit here, Joe, read this. Mr. Joe Gibson is in the house tonight.
Hello, hello.
And he's the man we call upon when in a pinch. So now let us meet our cast of characters. First, we have, well, we'll just be gentlemanly like and say ladies first. First, we have Dicewise Entertainment's executive producer and COO, Miss Cheryl Ball, is with us tonight.
Hello, everyone.
I don't think we're picking you up.
Hello?
Can you guys hear? Let me
Yep.
just double check here. Can I have that again?
Hello, everyone.
Okay. Just double check it.
Okie dokie.
Our microphones are so close together, darling. I don't know if you're just coming over mine. Yeah.
Yes, well.
So, and who are you playing this evening?
I'm playing Mara of Desna,
And what is Mara of Desna?
a cleric.
A cleric. A halfling cleric, yes?
Yes.
And we have special backgrounds from the core rulebook that help shape your character. But we have dug into the actual official player's guide for Hell Knight Hill, which is book 1 of the Age of Ashes series, Adventure Path. And they have some very interesting backgrounds that sort of dig you a little deeper into the story. So starting with you tonight. Sure, we left you on a cliffhanger, and we're going to get back to that. But I would like to start, I'd like to rewind time. But before I rewind time, I have to stop time. And to stop time, I have to do this. Hey, how's that? You like that? If you're listening to the audio podcast version or something uploaded later, that really is impressive. But for those in video, I'm sure you're all gawking in awe of what just happened. The giant burning Celtic wheel literally just stopped by my own hand. It's actually, it's really cool. Want to see it again? Eh? You like that? I could just do this all day. Let's stop time. We'll go back in time. We started a brand new day after a night of drinking with dwarves. But I want to go back one day further really quickly. As a young halfling cleric of Desna lays with the other acolytes at the actual temple. Here, right here, there's a temple devoted to Desna. Right here in Breach Hill. Who knew? Restless, sleeping, eyes flittering, those wee hours of the morning REM sleep. Our young halfling Mara patiently waits, striding outside the council hall. You dream that it is the monthly call of heroes, and you yourself want to petition the council. A warning, a dire warning, something you feel, a vision perhaps, something you've seen, something Desna has shown you. Finally admitting with everyone else, through a rush of the tall folk, you are ushered inside, row upon row upon row, pews, every single person you look around that you know, have seen, and people that you've just seen passing on the street are here, packed shoulder to shoulder, filling every pew. Now, this place holds comfortably 40 to 100 people, but there must be 200 people. They line the walls. Slowly, desperately, as you hear the gavel, choom, 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 and the meeting commences and people start petitioning, you try to push and work your way up to the front. And by the time you work your way up those 80 feet, they are practically wrapping up the actual meeting, and adventurers have been signed and assigned to every problem. But you have a dire warning in the name of Desna. You must tell them what's going on, what's going to happen. You keep dreaming. Meteor strikes, burning skies. The world burns, turns to ash. Storms that rage, dragons that clash in the sky. It's maddening. Again, night after night, you dream this, and now you must face the council, even if they think you are crazed, young Mara. You do not have the backing of your superiors at the temple, but you must try to save this town. Your pleas, your excuse me's, your I must be heards fall upon deaf ears. The tall folk look above you, look beyond you, converse with each other. Bang, bang, bang. The gavel hits the desk, but you feel the ground shake outside. The building rumbles and ruptures. Windows, panes fall right directly out into the ground and reveal a crimson sky outside the window that you can see. The world burns outside this very building. No one seems to notice. No one seems to care. Climbing upon pew, yelling at the people around you. All fall on deaf ears, young Mara. Climbing right up to the front stage, in front of the 5 councilmen themselves, climbing upon the president's desk herself, screaming at these people, yelling, waving your arms, all fall upon deaf ears. The ceiling starts to crack. Flames start licking into the rafters. You try desperately to point out what you can see so clearly, what you can feel, know is coming. And as the roof collapses and the world burns around you, you suddenly wake. You are on a cold floor. You are in the temple of Desna. And as what has become routine for you for weeks, a weary, just another day begins. I will move time forward once again, catching up to where we are now. Ladies, gentlemen, I believe if I pull up the combat tracker, I know. If I pull up the combat tracker, at the very top, we were into round 6, and our own dwarven monk, Muros Anvilbender, played by Ryan Messsina this evening, is in the house. Ryan Messsina.
Hello, hello.
There he is.
Here I am indeed.
Now, beside the usual burning Celtic wheel that we have beside us in backgrounds, due to some lighting issues, I've asked them to sort of find character art for their actual characters, and we are desperately trying to seek the artists to give them credit. But I think we have a few dug up. Mara.
I'm not sure. My picture is signed by the artist, I believe, is Chubby Me.
We just lost you. You've disappeared from the video feed.
But you can hear me?
Oh, yep. Well, we're talking about your picture, and you made it go away.
Oh, I'm sorry. Right. Okay, so I believe the artist is Chubby Me. If I'm incorrect, please
write.
Know.
Don't sue. Back to Ryan. Maros, the fresh maker. I mean, the anvil bender.
It's Muros.
Muros. Sorry.
Muros.
Like a mural. Muros?
Muros. Coming is fun.
Fully. Yeah. So, Mr. Anvilbender.
Hey, this portrait is pretty damn good.
I like it.
Found out this one Pinterest fellow there named Tony Aculada.
That's really good.
You're not I hope you're the artist.
And I love the blue runes that are covering your bare shoulders and bald head. And the guy is bare chested. This picture is, does justice. Don't see a lot of wafting chest hairs, thank God. But no, it's I'd say it does you justice. With last week, the council had convened the Call of Heroes. And before things could get going, before the first petition could really be heard, a townsfolk burst in, calling fire. Flames soon engulfing one side of the hall. And then behind the councilmen themselves, flames ensuing. A Fire Memphit appeared, slain by our own Theros Hard-Hearted. But what remains now is a bunch of panicked people. Most have escaped. Many fled. And thank God you've helped so many up to get into the main sort of part of the hall, following that carpet to freedom. But as I said last week, they all succumb to smoke inhalation. And it is your turn, sir. What do you do?
Well, first, could I see the combat map?
Maybe. There you go.
Maybe. Ah, there it is. I knew I had a wee.
Sorry. So, okay, quick tip for myself and everybody else: if you right-click on a map that the GM has posted, you go to the little sharing button over here, and you share and share alike, and now they can see it.
Sharing is caring.
All right.
All right. Oh damn! Look at these loot laying here on the ground. I have to do something about this. All right, I'm gonna make a beeline for this door here.
Okay.
And on the way, I'm going to grab the first loot that I run by and toss them on my shoulder.
Okay.
So
You
that
get,
looks like
you get a
there's
20-foot move, right?
yes.
Okay, so
10, 15.
you're counting
20.
it. Okay, so right in there, and just grab up the person beside you or in front of you.
Yes.
Beside you or in front of you. It's multiple choice.
No, the one just to my right, or to the
North,
west.
West. Okay,
Yes.
because I'm not playing that game with you, Ryan. Sorry, I just won't do it. Okay, so one move and an action to scoop up. I'll give you a move.
All right.
Third action.
Not.
Not everybody gets these third actions, but I'll give one to you.
Well, move, pick up.
Yep.
Could I pick up another person then?
You can move or pick up another person.
I will pick up another person.
Okay. Yep. Adjacent. Let's just
Yes.
pile minis on top of the mighty anvil bender. Okay.
Hatat!
And that's you?
That's me.
All right. You're doing great. Albrick Stonechugger, the dwarven sorcerer, played by Mr. Matt Witt tonight.
Hello, hello.
Where is he? There he is. Oh, we lost him.
Maybe not.
Where'd he go?
Just keep pushing buttons. Something will happen.
Come on, start it up. You can do it. There we are.
Hi.
Hi, everybody. There he is.
Right then. So, I suppose what I should do, following the example of my cousin, is I will move to this lad or lassie on the ground here.
Okay. Would you mind
And
Would you mind whispering the artist's name in her ear and just shifting to your right a bit?
Oh, right. So, the image.
You're right.
Oh.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks, Matt. It's going to be one of those nights, ladies and gentlemen.
It is going to be one of those nights. I found that image on Pinterest. The artist's profile, I pulled it off, was Night Blue Art, but the picture is signed by Grace H.
We're trying to be legit, ladies and gentlemen. We're trying to give the artist, credit where credit is due, and it's a little harder than we thought it might be. So apologies. All right. So
Right then.
you said we could call you Al.
Call me Al. You can call me Al.
Sure. What do you want to do there, Al?
I'll pick up this lad or lassie right here on the ground by the carpet.
Yep.
Sling them over my shoulder, and then I will move as far as I can towards the exit.
Okay. Well, these people here are considered difficult terrain, so you got to slow up to step through them or on them or whatever. But you can move through friendlies. So if you want to go 5, 10, Anvil Bender, 15, 20, 25, 30. Where'd you go? 35, 40, you can get all the way to the door with one. Or halfway the
Okay.
door and stop and pick somebody else up.
No, I'll take one.
Okay. So just stiff wind of dwarf just blows past you there, Miros. Zoom. All right, and I believe that is you, sir.
It is.
Dwarf number 3. Bachelor number 3, dwarf number 3, played by our very own Frank Hamilton, is in the house tonight. Mr. Theron, the hard-hearted.
Theowen, come on, get it right.
Theowen. Unless you put these in like phonetically, I'm never going to learn common.
Theowen. Yes. That's what it's all about.
Can you bring in the mic a bit there, Theo?
It's just a bit right there. I'm like leaning over the mic.
Sorry.
As we speak.
I'm not getting much ping out of you right now, and it's a bit choppy.
Hello.
That's way better. There we go.
All right, so I've cranked up my mic a wee bit.
Okay.
So I'm looking at the map there, and I find myself in an unenviable position as to be way in the back of the room.
This is true.
And much like me other cousins, I'm going to try to grab a fella and head out the door with him before we all die.
All right.
Let's
just put your burn on here. You're grabbing a little...
There's 5. There's 10. There's 15.
It's not moving.
That's movements right there. Hopefully the map has updated at some point in time.
Oh, it says you've connected. Welcome to the game. You're getting all don't want to... Hey, there he is. Okay, he's moving right along here. And that's 2 moves there. Did you want to snatch somebody up?
And I'll grab up a fella or a lass, whichever. I'm not discriminatory in my rescuing.
It's just a matter of who was at your feet when you got to where you were, right?
Too much.
Okay. So
that's 2 actions.
And picking up, well, you moved. How far did you move? Did you go 40 feet? Or 20?
Just a wee bit under 40 feet. So
okay, so that's 2, and then scooping them up is your 3rd. Get you to rattle some chains there, Frank. You're getting to be frozen. So we'll skip on while Frank shuts the microwave off. Dahlgren, Truth Seeker, still in yellow because, friend or foe, but possibly just a regular townsfolk. NPC tonight by our trigger man, Rob Hammond. Hello, Rob.
Yes, I'm just looking for my mini on the screen.
Oh, did I...
I'm invisible currently.
There you go.
Oh, look at that.
Did you see what I did there? See that in slow motion? I right-clicked, I went to the eyeball, and then there's invisible, set always invisible, tempting, but no. Okay, and he can be seen once again.
I'm gonna take all my actions to move down to the cluster of people and pick up some of those prone guys.
All right.
And I shout over my shoulder, "You can join me," to the rest of the guys on the stage.
Yeah, lend a hand, right?
They all seem pretty stunned, so...
A little shift to the left here, and you can get adjacent to this one. Scoop somebody up as your 3rd. Yep. Okay?
Perfect.
Wonderful. Don't let me forget to move the... Actually, I put them on your turn, so... Dahlgren, remind me to have the council act on your behalf on your turn. So right now, they do. They come fleeing downstairs at 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, because we have 30. Look at that. 5, 10, 15, and we'll stop and scoop or grab by ankles, as humans like to do. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 10, 15, 20, stop and scoop. And we're going to repeat 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, 10, 15, 20. And you know what? Somewhere in there, 5, 10, 15, 20, blah, 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 blah. Someone was reminding me about the rule of fun. Don't let rules and things like NPC movement, bog you down. I'll be very, very restrictive with any sort of movement that isn't mundane, like acrobatics and checks things. I'm still pretty stickler about that. But, just running along here, scooping people up, I think it's pretty easy. And we'll just skip through it. So, that's Dahlgren. Next, we have poor Mara. But you know what? look at where you guys are. See how you're all lined up in a nice row there? And then if you all look to your left, there's Mara in her pew. A mere 20 feet away, buried under somebody. I'd like a perception check from the boys, please. Mara, what are you doing?
Oh, for the love of Desna, get off of me!
Buried under a dude who tried to help last game. Call him out as soon as you pop him up and roll him, guys. What do you got?
Albert got a 19, but he may not have seen her being down by the door there.
That's true.
I go to 6.
Look at those natural ones.
You guys suck.
1. Okay.
What is the luck, you say?
Yeah. Well,
There's smoke around me. What can I say?
critical fail. Muros, you don't even see anybody there. It's just like, oh, I have the last people in hand. I'm the back
And the
of
fair one.
Yeah.
Tunnel
to the right,
visioning
I
for
see
the
Botox.
door. I'm out of here.
I see more Botox.
Yeah.
I look at the floor, I see an amazing chest.
Actually, you think this? You saw the halfling leave already. There you go. There's some critical failure for you. Way to go, Dahlgren. We started going. Yeah, yep, there she goes. All right. Best of luck.
He even got 25.
And you thought you guys were gonna die. Our own cleric might have it in for. All right, Mara is. Oh no, it just shifted everybody in the combat tracker. I must have tagged something because now all these rolls you guys are doing now are like shifting you guys around.
Perception's still moving us.
Yeah.
So it's not just like me who's wiry. We're all wiry.
Oh, that's a bugger. No, well, Dahlgren, you don't get to go twice. It's time for environmental hazards. Dun, 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 dun. Let's remember that we're trying to be active, and with the environmental action, we'll just cue some action music.
Dun, 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 dun. Sorry.
Huh? It's like,
Dun, dun, dun,
So
dun.
come on, GM, roll low.
Roll low.
roll low. Fire doesn't roll. Fire just spreads. Fire bad.
Smoke rolls.
Oh, yeah.
That's true. Well, you guys might roll against smoke.
I mean, not to pick a fight with fire. Pick a fight with fire, but don't pick a fight with smoke.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
How
I'm
does-
kidding, right?
How does that work? again?
But in all honesty, that makes so much more sense. Like smoke should be more deadly than the fire.
4, 6. Well, it got the townsfolk, and they're nowhere near the fire, right? So there you go.
Especially when you're trying to breathe it. There is an O2 in there. Just
19.
get to see with it.
19. Rounded down to 18 and a half is 9. Spam, spam, spam. 1, 2, 3 little hazard fires. 4 little hazard fires. The fire is spreading. Okay, I won't do that.
See, this is why we never left our stone buildings in the first place.
You guys, you missed the stone mountain now, don't you?
Silly humans building with wood. Don't you know your wood's only good for stoking a fire?
2, 4.
As evident by the situation we are in.
Well, as promised, Rob, I'm moving your fire, that you kind of banded along the wall here, as opposed to coming
Thank
straight
you.
at you. It's licking away at that barricade, but doesn't seem to want to jump those dark, hard oak, solid, mighty oak table. And that's all the fire we got for right now. Now, getting back to the really, really fun part about what happened last turn, turn 5, the spectators still inside the room all fell unconscious, and from burns and smoke inhalation, we are at round 6. And nothing else happens to them at this time. However, it doesn't say, like, it took 4 rounds for you guys to take damage from the smoke inhalation. Okay? It doesn't say it's consistent. You know what I'm saying?
It's not persistent damage.
I don't believe so. I think if you guys spend more time here, you'll get beat up a bit. I don't think this suddenly started like every round, D6, D6. You do take a D6 after turn 4. It doesn't say it's persistent. It just says that, creatures in the room take D6 from smoke inhalation at the end of their turns. And then it talks about what you guys can do to possibly half the damage, as it were. So, I could be wrong, but for right now, we'll just stick with the rule of fun, because I'm having a great time. I'm burning the place down. People are falling over.
It's either that or we can all bury our faces in the monk's chest hair.
That's not the kind of cover-up we were looking for. And again, Oak, Festering Tooth, Wayfinder. The other NPCs' actions go unobserved as the sort of action scene stays in here. Moros, Anvil Bender, I have you
Hey.
at the very bottom of initiative, and I need to put you at the top. Because you know what happens at the top? You're back to 25. It is your go, sir. It is round 7. And some interesting things are going to happen this round. You just feel that overwhelming sense of urgency. 2 people. You double fist in the tankards, and now you're double fist in the civilians. And you're
Also,
he's like at least dead center of the carpet of this room. Like there's the big, you have any charging or anything that's awesome you can do?
yeah, I can get my ass out of this place. Now, unfortunately, I'm a wee bit encumbered at the moment, but I'm sure I've done the stumble many times in the past.
Oh, there's a question for Joe. How many bulk does a person count as? They're not like
a medium character counts as 3.
Okay. Now we'll just have a quick peek while Maros is deciding his action here. We'll have a quick peek at his little character sheet here.
Straightforward, and again, I am encumbered.
Okay.
I started at 5 bulk.
Right. Now they talk about down here, it says your total bulk is like 2.7, no penalty up to 9, your limit is 14. This is what the sheet's telling me on your inventory page at the bottom.
That sheet is not lying to you.
Okay. So even picking up 6 more bulk, you're actually just under no penalty. Which I'm assuming means you're not encumbered. Yes?
6 and 5, 11.
He moves with the grace
6 and
of a
2.7
dwarven
is
gazelle.
8.7.
Oh, squeaking.
Yeah. Sticking with the rule of fun. Don't make me look this stuff up and slow you down. Go for it. And
Again, still.
I
straightforward.
finally ruled in Messina's favor. Not bogging him down in rules. Run, man.
I am.
Okay.
As fast as I can with 2 louts on me.
All right. Shall you move the mini or shall I? I'm just dying, hovering the mini here.
10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, 30. And I just want to just do the barrel right through the wind. Like there's a crowd.
That was a civilian. He just threw a guy 30 feet
No,
out
no,
the
no.
door.
You're still on me, but I want to like jump. If there's a crowd of body, like describe in this door, what's going on the other side of this door?
Oh, sorry. I just have people like they're not like looking back in. They've exited and sort of moved. I just
Okay,
kind of
so there is a clear path for me then.
yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah,
there's
fair
the
enough,
moment
yeah.
of time of civilians that you have to like get through, but now they're just lying on the floor as difficult terrain as opposed to crowding the door. So you're good. You just
I thought I might have had to do some involuntary body surfing for a minute there.
well, you do have to step through people, but the good news is because they're not on the ground, everyone you have to kind of like move through, as far as I'm seeing here, is like lifted. They are no longer counted as native terrain. So I'll let you kind of slip through.
Sounds good.
Okay.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 out the door.
Yep. 40. Dump people. Blunk.
Blunk, blunk. And I'm assuming that would be all my actions.
Okay. Now you can drop stuff for free.
I think they're already in a bad enough space.
Okay. I just say you have you move twice, you drop for free. You done? You want to go back in for more people? You're right at the door here where the carpet ends.
I'm gonna take a moment and take a deep breath, clear the lungs.
Okay.
Move aside. I move aside.
Yeah, just there. Okay. Fair enough. Right. Now, if I'm not mistaken, I think we had have you guys put your initiatives back in here? Was it Theron's? We had Albrecht in the last before Theron.
Albrecht is next.
Yeah. So,
He's after. I had a 19 for my initiative.
what about Theon? Oh, that was just his initiative. Okay, we'll give Theon a sort of a cushy number. There we go. So, next in the turn is Albrecht. Theon, you're on deck. Theowen. I'll get this right sooner or later. Albrecht. Stone Chugger.
Aye. So being at the door, I am not going to be so gentle with the lad that I've got, and I'm going to chuck him out.
You're going to throw him?
Well, like, I'm at the door, I'm going to push him through the door.
Oh,
And I
okay,
can
so
turn-
you just
turn
lob.
around and grab someone else. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that's cool, because then you can stay in your square here. So just kind of like lob and turn and grab. So yeah, so toss for one, pick up another, and then third.
And I'll exit with that one.
Yeah, I was kind of, honestly, with all those water towers that Cheryl mentions outside, I was expecting a bucket brigade coming in, not a bucket brigade of people being tossed out, but hey, whatever works. Save as many as you can, as fast as you can.
Life before
Save
property.
the building, or save the people. The building can always be rebuilt.
Save the building.
Yeah.
Spoken like a true capitalist.
Okay. Halbrick, I think you're done. Theowen.
All right, Will, I've taken a quick survey of the building. It seems to be a total loss. Perhaps they'll build it in stone next time. I'll grab the person next to me, shoulder that one. I probably have to drop my axe along the way. So I've got 2 people. That's +6 to me bulk, but I can carry 14, so I'm good to go.
Okay.
So there's 5, there's 10, there's 15, there's 20.
You gotta.
That would be
You can't
2
stop on
move-
top of your buddy. He's literally said he's in the doorway tossing people, so you got to go a bit more.
Yep. So that's 2 movements plus
Yeah.
a grab movement, and I off-shoulder them right there. That's 3. And then I say to my cousin right there, "Hey, that wee halfling's back there. She's fallen among the pews. I saw her." With my 25 perception.
Okay, sorry. So you 5, 10, 15. Where did you end at 20? Right on top of Al?
Right there.
Oh, okay.
That was two movements got me right there.
Okay, no, you're good. Sorry, the minis got all shifted around. I got confused there. And so you managed to, you had one, so you drop your axe for free. As one action, you pick up an extra guy, and then you move 2 to get out. So I'll remove 2 more people. Very nice.
And then I off-shoulder them.
Yep.
And then I tell my cousin Albright, "Hey, that wee halfling is fallen down in there. I saw her. We got to go back."
Oh, did you actually do well with the perception back there? Yeah, you did. You got
Yeah, I got
25. Okay, that's good. Yes, I'm sure someone will thank you later. All right. Now, I believe something got buggered here, and it was Dahlgren next. So I'm just going to override some numbers here. And Dahlgren, True Seeker, and the Council. Bringing up the rear here.
Yeah, getting towards that door. We got to get the people out of here.
Okay, well, let's see. He's got a guy. So, starting with the dwarf. Oh, he can only move 20.
I'll scoop another one. He's only got one.
Yeah, well, hang on. Let me move the council so you're not, like, taking people off of them. So, he can move once, twice. Yeah. You know what? I don't think that dwarf can get right out, though. I gave him 30 last time, and I kind of buggered him. You do notice that good old Posani does not pick up people. He just heads for the door. No, I'm just kidding. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10, 15. No, Posani does grab an ankle and just, run along. Some smaller person is just being bounced along behind him. But he technically, as a council member, saves somebody. R25. 5, 10, 15, 20, 35, 50, 5, 10, 15, 25, 25. Yeah, they can get out the door. Okay. I just double checking the movement of the gnome and the dwarf and stuff. I don't think the dwarf made it out, but the gnome got out with somebody. Council member, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 is good with a double move, just dragging the one person they had. So clearing much more people out of here. I think we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 6 people. Number 7 is being carried by the councilman dwarf and is right at the door. And number 8 is burying the halfling, which you're not aware of just yet. And you're carrying number 9. So if you want to go 5, 10, stop, pick somebody up.
Mm-hmm.
Joe, can you stop? Because I know you can't spring attack. Like, you can't do an action, stop, do another action, then move on. You know what I mean? Can you?
Sorry? I didn't understand your question.
If you stop a stride and cut your movement short, you're done. Because he you can't like 20 feet and scoop as you go. It's kind of like 10 feet, that's an action,
That's
right? Pick up a guy,
Once
another
you,
action.
once you finish a movement, that's the end of that movement action.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah. So that's 10. You scoop the second person, 5, 10, 15, 20, but you can get to the door with 2 people in tow. That's the good news.
Done.
Okay. Piling up at the door here with the other dwarf. Done. Mara of Desna. Now, we mentioned you, and you yelled, but I didn't have you do anything. So can I have a strength check, please, or an escape artist check from you from, like, last round to see if you could, like, wiggle out, or did you want to just, pray to
No,
Desna
I
for a
want
minute?
to be able to try and get the heck out of here.
Yeah. Sorry, I kind of missed through you.
Yeah. That's all right.
Well, raise a hand, girl. Be hurt. No, I can't see you behind the view. Sorry, even DM can't see you. Ooh,
Nice.
19.
She's a beast.
So she just
Straight up presses him.
Dump.
Superman.
Yeah. Another date ends like this. Okay. Too soon? All right. So you lump this guy off of you. Now that's what I owed you from last time.
Mhm.
Okay, so you get him off you.
Start dragging his ass out.
Well, hang on. So you got him off you last go,
Yeah.
right? So that would be like a single action there, Joe.
That is correct.
Okay, now you get up. That's 2.
Mhm.
Then you grab him. That's 3. And now we're here at this current moment in time where you can just start dragging away.
Dragging him
You know,
out.
yeah. Unless you want to pick him up, there you beast. Just, you know.
No, just drag him.
Did you notice, Messsina, I didn't have you guys make strength checks even when you were double fisting people? Because the rule of fun is, has been used by me before, and I might use it again. But this little halfling who just, I think it's funny. Give me a strength check.
That's cool.
Yeah, well, can't be called on wife favoritism. Let's have the
Start
strength checks.
dragging.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So
I just have in the mind's eye, just the head bouncing. off the
Exactly.
yeah. Now I'll let you burn 2 actions, and the third is slowed because you're kind of dragging the dude there. So,
Mhm.
but anyway, you're kind of
That's
blocked
fine.
here at the door, but you've got him in
That's
tow.
fine. Hey, I'm not gonna die.
You're helping. Yeah. All right. You know what? That's a lot of fire. I'm looking at a lot of fire. And we have reached the end of round 7. You know what happens at the end of round 7?
No, what
The
happens?
building
Jeff?
Can I guess?
Collapses?
Can I
No,
guess?
told
Can
you.
I
No.
guess?
Go ahead.
The roof caves in.
No.
Really?
But all the spectators, as in the civilians that are technically still in the building, they head to the big Desna in the sky.
No.
That's right.
Mm.
This guy who claps over here, this guy over here that yelled fire, never made it to the door. The corpse that the halfling is dragging, I think he hit his head real hard on that corner, and that's what killed him. This one over here,
Bite me.
this one over here, everyone trampled with their, 2-fisting weighing them down. I think several people stepped on this person. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, and everyone you guys technically have inside the room, the spectators, succumb to smoke inhalation, and I would like you guys to roll another d6 damage as you were overwhelmed.
If you're in there.
If you're inside, that's basically
Okay.
that's
I'm
our
in
that's
the
our
doorway.
bard, and you know what? You can take half damage. You're in the doorway.
Well, it's been fun, guys.
No.
Yep, I'm down. I'm down.
Oh.
Oh no! So
You still got that hero point? Oh wait, but it's a new session. Yay!
well, hang on. We may not have to resort to that. It says you've taken 6 more, and you've got 6 left.
Yeah.
0 hit
that's-
points. She falls unconscious.
No, I've got her here at like 9 damage. What'd you take last time?
Okay, I currently have 6 hit points, honey.
Yeah. It means you're live and awake.
Okay.
You die at 0.
No. I'm at 0.
Oh, sorry,
I rolled 6.
No, I'm sorry. I'm used to the tracker automatically taking it off. You rolled raw, and it did go to the tracker.
Okay, my
Okay.
bad. Sorry.
So, a character falls to 0 hit points. Joe, I believe we don't bleed out into negative constitution or the generic negative 10
I'm
anymore.
not bleeding at all.
You fall
Clearly.
you fall unconscious, stop complaining. You fall unconscious, you're at 0. Joe,
I'm looking it up, so. give me a
there
second.
I believe there
I-
are she starts dying, and there are 4 stages in death. And when
Yeah.
when we get through them,
No,
in there
Al?
she can call upon her hero point. What?
That is correct.
Anger, denial.
That's
Throwing
the
stuff.
5 stage. Yeah, I get the couch. Yeah, the 6th stage.
Yeah, so like first edition Pathfinder, when you reach 0 hit,
Come on, Joe. I'm counting on you.
But yeah,
Did you find it yet, Joe? I think I found it.
Oh, go ahead.
I figured as much. Just because it's smoke, simply unconscious with 0 hit points. If the damage came from a non-lethal attack or effect, you don't gain the dying condition. Unconscious with 0 hit points.
Hey, non-lethal. This smoke is lethal. People just died from it.
Well, no, that's what I'm asking you. If it's a lethal effect,
Yeah, oh yeah.
then-
It says you guys are taking like D6 actual damage from smoke inhalation, and it just killed several people. This is lethal. This is straight up lethal.
Gotcha.
This
Yeah,
is
it
this
says
isn't
it's-
soothing incense and we have a nap. Sorry, buddy. Nice try.
I believe the way the rules are is you fall unconscious.
Yep.
Then on your
One.
turn, you can make a recovery check. If you fail the check, you gain the dying 1 condition.
That's what I was trying to figure out.
Right, yeah.
There it
So there's basically 4 rounds, 4 dying condition. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's you're not dead yet. Not dead yet. You're just resting. She's just resting.
You are almost dead.
Yeah. No throwing dice across the room. There's hope.
I'm not throwing anything yet.
Okay. Sorry, right, you're still in denial. This is the
Uh-huh.
second stage. All
You
right.
better hope I never leave this stage.
Okay. Whoa, my. Right, moving on to the rescue of. Right. So, as much as I love spamming the fire, I'll push things along, ladies and gentlemen, and we take the scene outside. And again, I would like not only to stop time and rewind time. Let's talk about a young oak festering tooth wayfinder. True, an NPC and just somebody to amuse Joe while we have him looking up rules. But this young goblin champion, faith yet unknown, arrives in town, possibly a local. Not much is known about him. If you want to know more about him, you're actually going to have to start tuning in later in a couple weeks on Sunday nights and see him star under Rob Hammond in Rob's show. Right now, we're just doing a cute little cameo with him. I believe it was this very goblin, unnoticed by the party, that was glad-handing and assuring our poor worried goblin lady earlier and ran off to do something about it. And as the council meeting convened, it was he who kicked open the doors, ready to serve the council, to save the town, heroically, his Judge Dredd helmet visor down, covering all the way down, well, actually more than just his nose, kind of get right down to the bottom chin. So imagine a helmet that's a little bit too big, but it does allow him to fold his ears up and come poking out the top like it's a plume. The visor comes down, actually rests on the bottom of his chin, that type of thing, covering his whole face. Epic cloak, little rag at the bottom. Opens the door, and actually, that's kind of, well, I wouldn't say it's heroic because he got trampled, but the people didn't have to stop to open a door. They just swarmed over him. He got pushed aside, a little bit trampled, took several rounds to recover, and as people, a good 20 of them, because remember I said there were 40, 20 got stuck inside, and the council member, and all you guys, well, all that was going on for like a good 5-6 rounds, and then death, 7. Let's say about 2 rounds to recover his young self, getting back up, trying to organize the people. There's 20 people out here, and they're all screaming fire and coughing and choking, and they're all worried and panicked. And what does he do?
To the water tower.
Forms a bucket brigade. Why don't you? Somebody get buckets. Somebody get this going. And it actually takes X amount of rounds, depending on how many people you have. It's all in here. But instead of like going back over this, you can guess what's happening. But we can't get to the front door. We can't bring buckets of people in while people are being carried out. However, someone knows the source of the fire came from the northwest door. And you guys can form a bucket brigade, 20 people around the side of the building, and try to fight the fire from the outside in. Try to get right to the source. So even though the inside is burning and spreading, like a firefighter arriving with the truck and kind of hosing at a window and working his way in, to try and put it out, a bucket brigade of 20 people and one lone goblin with a big helmet forms outside. And you guys, the dwarves, one calling for the halfling that's still inside, see this kind of going on. The tower, people going, this is where most of the people have gone to, that you guys didn't just rescue in this last 10 batch. Okay? It is unfortunate that everyone is too busy to really notice the goblin partaking, organizing, they get them going, and 20 people. You guys just see a bunch of humans. No one sees poor Ook. amidst it all. But that's what's been going on outside the building. Now you guys spill into the outside of said building. Let's start with Maros Anvil Bender. A line of more than 20 people it would take to get all the way around the corner to the back of that building from the water towers, but they're doing the best they can. And there are people here seeing the bucket brigade going on, but they're still kind of in shock. And you guys have dumped people on the ground, and they're just coughing and hacking because you just got them there. Maros, what do? Theron calls for the halfling inside. You still know, you're pretty sure that the bard and the councilman, half of them are still inside.
Are there at least some people who aren't that bad in front of me who left earlier before the smoke got too bad?
All those people that didn't
Yeah.
fall over are part of a bucket brigade right now, going from the tower around the side of the building.
Still suffering?
Sorry?
Is everyone here still kind of under the weather, so to speak?
Yeah, everyone that took the D6 that you
Some
got out
damage
and
there.
didn't die inside, they're all they're all kind of coughing and spewing. They need a little aid or a little encouragement. Go join the line, help them, give them medicine, or just let them be and worry about the people that are worse off inside. Or maybe it's time for a pipe and a mug, and you've done your bit. I mean, it's all up to you, man.
Okay, fair enough. I look to the closest human to me that's still conscious.
Yep.
You go, you look after these two. And just kind of shoulder the two people I'm carrying onto the ground.
Okay.
All right, and the door, is it in use?
Yes.
It looks
We have
heavily...
the dwarven councilman is
Yeah.
right there shouldering a human. Dahlgren, the bard, is shouldering 2. And that's what's blocking the door. So we got 2 dwarves trying to get 3 humans out practically simultaneously, with Dahlgren winning at the lead right at the door. However, even though I've got him tagged as yellow, I will count him as a friendly, and since he is carrying people, dead or alive, they're up off the ground, so this is not difficult terrain. You can actually slide right in there if you wish, according to the rules. Now, if I wanted to go with the rule of fun, I'd just say the door is jammed and stick it to you. But, this is where the rules are actually going to help you, Ryan. I want you to remember this moment. No hero points spent. Just remember.
I would say probably the fair thing to do would say the door suddenly becomes difficult terrain and it takes a bit more movement to get through it. It's got to bob and weave.
Yeah.
I understand, but I really like it. This one particular instance.
Sure, the man.
I appreciate your fairness, but I'm going to go with rule of fun. We'll just slide. Go ahead, slide right in there.
Okay.
Save those dead people.
I'll save their souls.
You don't know.
Dying people.
They may not
do
have
they get a chance to stabilize too?
No, that's player knowledge.
Probably, unless that all happened in the 4 to 7 part, and it just tells me that they literally die. You don't know.
Because they succumbed. Then I guess that makes sense. D6 would take out a commoner, no problem.
I can't meta though.
Well,
that's player knowledge.
That's
not
true,
character.
and you don't know if they asked for cremation on their will, but it's coming real quick. I'm just saying.
They wanted this.
Yeah, it's just saying. What do you do? I'm asking.
All right, Theo, I'm going to I've got to toss myself back in there and grab the little wee one. Make sure you got something cold to douse it when I come back out.
Okay, now as far as you know, you saw her leave, but Theon claims she's still in there.
I got to trust my cousin. Yeah, I know he drinks a lot, but he's...
Okay.
I've still got 2 eyes.
Hey, that's
Yeah.
questionable.
Yep. Okay.
So, I make my way in.
They're just eyebrows that talk. That's all Theon's got going there. I can see fine. Sorry, go ahead.
All right, so I worm my way back in through the door.
Yep. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
And I'm looking for...
You got to step over to clear your movement. Like, he basically gets through all these people, and she's on the ground behind him. And he's he's looking around the room. Where's she going now? Turn around. Oh, crap.
So I see her as I pass by.
Yep. Give me the unconscious slump there, Cheryl or Myra.
Okay.
There you go. Andy's coming.
Oh.
There you go. There she is. Oh, that's her. Okay.
She's taking just a wee nap, so close to the door.
Yes.
That's not safe in here at all.
Yes. That's a full action of you discussing this with her corpse. But anyway, moving on. What else you got? One chevron left. What do you want to do?
Grab.
Yep.
Toss. Give her a toss on the shoulder.
Yep.
And that's my one action, right?
Yep. These halflings you can throw much further than humans. Just saying.
Hey.
Sorry. Back out
Like
the
a little football.
Yeah, you go back out the door, or use her. Actually, you can
Watch
use her
the
to.
hands.
You could use her to. Now that's funny. She's unconscious, and you just get that. Up, adjust the grip from right here to up here. There you go. Okay, out the door he goes. Moving on. Just move that mini out of there. The jokes are just going to keep coming around.
All right. I'm out.
He's out. Don't forget the halfling. Damn it.
Nope.
Boink. There you go. Oh, that's funny. Hands. Okay. And that's Meros. Albrick. Meros.
Right. So I will as well return to the scene of the fire and grab somebody and bring him
5,
back
10,
out.
15. Yep. Grab somebody. Yeah, you got just enough room here going from what I can see. Boink.
Yep.
Good thing you guys took people from the back, or you get in there and might succumb yourself. Okay. Now, as long as you don't end your turn inside, I'll be nice and not hit you with more damage. If you guys can, like, in and out, then you're fine. Like, all in the same turn, you're fine. So, in case anyone's wondering about that. So
It's just like bobbing for apples.
yeah, there you go. Theowen.
All right, so I'm gonna pop back inside, just like me friends.
Yeah, now I know what you're after. I would.
Money?
I want a will save. There's one guy, and there's your axe.
Oh, there's no will save required. I grabbed me axe.
Okay, right. So he goes 20 in, and then 5, 10, 15, 20 back where you dropped it, and you end your turn there.
That's fine.
Take 6 points. Oh, sorry. Roll a d6, buddy.
Rolling a d6.
Yep. Two more points.
2 points.
Okay.
Oh shit! I'm hale as a horse in here.
You're fine. You're fine.
It's clear and crisp.
Yes. See, now role playing for detriment of the dice. I really appreciate, Frank. I did kind of him into that one, but yeah.
I'm fine. Don't worry about me.
Just please don't throw your axe out the door to safety, because that could be bad. Dahlgren.
Gotta save it.
Dahlgren Axe Dodger. Dahlgren Truth Seeker. You're up in the doorway.
Well, I got to get these guys out of here first.
You do. Now, you could be cheesy. You could just dump them in the adjacent square, which is technically out.
That's where they're going if I still have to go back for another body.
Yeah. Well, you can step out and dump them, or you can just toss them in the doorway. Bloof.
Nope. I'm just going to toss them out the doorway and see if there's, I guess, a perception roll to see if anybody's still worth picking up in there.
Well, there's a dwarf beside you. It's obvious. There's people within like 10 feet of you, which are obvious. Unless you're worried about making a dash at somebody that we missed in the back. Sure. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, obviously without a perception check and the burning the chevron, okay, there's people like right there you could grab. Or if you're more concerned about someone that might have less time because they're further in, more smoke, it's up to you. But you're at full 3 because all you did was a freebie drop. Blunk. What do you want to do? Well, he's deciding. Mara. Joe, what happens to Mara?
I'll grab the 2 nearest to me and make a break for it.
Okay, so the guys on the right here, go through your buddy, right?
Correct.
Put yourself in sort of adjacent to both and do 2 pickups. There you go. Okay. Ending your turn. Can I have a D6 for smoke inhalation? 1 point. Oh, you're fine. You're fine. You got 10 left. You're good.
I can do this all day.
Yeah, you're fine. Going to Mara. So she's at 0 and has the condition of 1 yet, Joe? Or, yeah.
Yeah, at the end of her turn.
Yeah, which is, that was, she fell to 0.
Yeah, so she needs to make a fortitude save to recover.
Yeah, I was saying, like, she fell 0 from lethal last round, which gets her the condition of 1. Doesn't start now, that would give you 5, right? So she's already condition 1, so she needs a fort save, and she got 18, right?
Yes.
Okay. And Mr. Gibson?
So she...
Or Frank. Don't look at me, I read the adventure, that's about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, boy. We're excited the players are learning ahead.
Anybody?
Oh, so if she makes her save, I believe she recovers 1 point.
Well, don't I have to set a
Bring
DC
her back
for this,
to
or
unconscious and 0.
is there a static DC? Flat DC, Joe?
What's the DC for?
Yeah, what's your DC of not dying?
I'm trying to find it.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? If it's a flat base of 10, she's good. And if it's a ye old heal check of like 15, she's still good. So
No,
I'll have you on that. What?
It is a flat base, but you also add each of your dying conditions.
Yeah.
So dying 1, dying 2, dying 3.
Yeah, so it's like it's either going to be 11 or 16, and she's made both. So she's good. But I would like you to keep digging up that number for me, Joe. So what happens? She succeeds, Frank. What happens?
She recovers 1 point.
Oh, sweet.
She's no longer dying 1. She's just unconscious 0.
So I stabilize.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she has that 0, but she's not gonna, slip from us. Okay. So, Miros, you were carrying her, and we haven't got back to you, right?
No.
And you hadn't dropped her yet.
No.
Right. So she in her arms, and you're about to lay her down, and the eyes, flutter open for just a moment before she passes out, and she mouths one word. No?
I have no idea what you're
What
trying
I'm
to
asking
say.
what you'd say. Last time you said hands. What happens now?
Just to take a big breath.
Oh, okay. So you think she's gonna say thank you, and she just in your face, cough, cough, and passes out. But you're pretty sure she's okay. Actually, you have no idea. I don't want a medicine check from you next round. You have no idea. I don't want healing checks. She could just, oh, you're fine. She breathed once. Dump. You're good. You have no idea. Is there a doctor in the house? Oh, yeah, you're carrying her to safety. Damn it.
So for your recovery check when you're dying,
Yes?
is a flat check of DC equaling 10 plus your current dying value.
Which was 11. Aced it.
So I
And now, if you got 21, you would have been critical success and probably woke up with 1, right?
No, a critical success reduces your value by 2.
Oh, looks like you gain a familiar. What's going on the screen there? All right. Oh, you gain 2. But that's if and when. Another 21. Okay. Good to know. So, environmental hazard. Yes, fire spreading, gentlemen. But again, I won't bother dropping dots. It's still very far away from you. But just showing the audience here, this is just... I count them all up and take them half again. So now it's rapidly spreading. All I can just do is move them out. The perimeter of your fire now is just way out here, guys. And just, she's really getting dodgy in here. Elk Festering Tooth is, again, for whatever reason, perhaps he's around the corner, perhaps he didn't help at all, is not in the view inside or out at the moment. And we will skip him back to Miros. She takes a gasp in your face and passes out again. Do you want to do a medicine check just to make sure she's okay? Just want to drop her and go up. I have more people save.
That's a sign of life in my eyes.
Okay. 50-50, honey. Dump. All right, moving on. What do you want to do?
I have to take a toast back in. I saw at least 1 or 2 other bodies in there.
Sure. You do what you got to do.
So I run back in through the door here. 5, 10, 15, 20.
Mm-hmm.
Can I reach that?
Yeah. As long as you're adjacent, you're good. Pick them up.
All right. Waste them.
Yep.
Back out. And little, Dan, you staying there? You're going.
Drops her right on the halfling. Your fate just never changes. Go right back to where you were. I've got too many people shift around here. Okay. Sorry, you're saying?
Theon, you staying there? You're going.
I'm just having a look about. Don't mind me. Get them out.
Elbrick.
Aye, don't ye worry about Darren. He's been in tougher fires working at the forge.
Did you want to get in there and see if there's any more civilians left?
Yeah.
People are kind of dogging it.
So I duck back in.
Duck back in, you see a councilman just leaning on a wall, waiting for his turn, which I think I missed anyway, trying to get this guy that keeps sliding off of his shoulder. He's got very slippy, crushed velvet.
I'll take the guy off of the dwarf.
Okay, so slip in there, get him off.
I'll
of him.
take that.
Yeah, come back out. The dwarf just gruffly, thanks, lad. And I was in the middle of peeing in this rag, and I tried to get up to my face, and God, I don't know what I ate, asparagus or something. And then I dropped the guy, and thank you. Here, you can have my rag. Poof. There you go. Pea soup too. Okay, so Albrecht, you're good. You're in, you're out. You got another civilian and a councilman, a dwarven guy that reeks of asparagus, and apparently is you made friends. Theowen.
All right, so it's getting a wee bit smoky in here.
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 35, 40. That's 2 moves and a shoulder on this guy right here.
Yep.
That leaves inside the building for front.
It does. Cough, cough, chuck, chuck.
1 point. Hey, I'm good. Don't worry about me. I'm tough as nails.
You just wrap the guy around your face, breathe through his belly, or his shirt. Put his shirt over your head. There you go. Can't see anything, but no, it's good. You're good. You're very lucky. Very, very lucky. Wonderful world of random damage. Dahlgren, True Seeker. Rob.
Well, I was just looking at my stats here. Sorry.
It's okay. You got a guy on a shoulder, and I think you're what? You'd hefted a guy, and it kept you in the room, and you went. But...
Yeah, I got to get out of here.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not going to get lucky forever.
Yep. So out the door. Get clear. Get the guy. Actually, 2 of them. You're double fisting it.
That's right.
It's always good to be like the last guy out because you look like the fireman part. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Dog at your service. He's dumping people.
Do I have an action left?
You move out and dock for free. Yeah.
Okay, give me 1 second here because that's what I was trying to figure out if I can do right away. Actions.
So always think about that. We're going to Mara. Joe. So she's stable. She's good. What happens now? She just needs time. The old 10-minute actual healing. What?
Gonna need treatment of some sort.
Healing or a medicine check.
Okay.
I used my last action to go over to her because I noticed she's out. Well,
actually, as luck would have it, despite the throng of people, I just kind of curved you out here and put you near her. So sure.
Okay.
What do you want to do?
My next round then.
No, you haven't actually left. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but it's not enough. I need 2 actions.
Okay. Now you can technically, I believe you can start something. Is this not true, Joe? You can start a chevron at the end of the round and finish it the next.
That is correct.
So then I start casting now.
What do you want to cast?
Soothe.
Okay. So you're a bard, and bards cast from the occult field. We have divine, arcane, occult, and natural, nature, savage.
Yes.
What's the druid one? Nature, savage, natural, savage, Randy Savage, something. So, you start that spell.
Yes.
And Soothe is really, really cool. And you can tell us about it when you finish that spell.
I will.
All right. And around and round and burning, and we are back up to Muros.
I think they're just like to stick my head back in there. Theo's concerning me. He's taking a sweet time. I'd like to make sure there's nobody else that we're forgetting in there.
Okay.
It's because he likes the fire.
If you just stick your head in, I need a perception check.
Okay. Perception. Yeah, because it's a move. That's 2 actions to do all that kit and caboodles.
Well, do you want to do the whole 20 feet and get right in the room, or you just, like I said, sticking your head in?
I'll take a full move to get myself
5,
into the
10,
actual
15,
building. 20.
Okay. Now your perception DC goes. See what I'm doing with the line of sight, the pew, right? It's like it dropped a lot. Get in the room, look around, as opposed to poke your head in, right?
Yes.
Oh,
Nice. At 24.
Okay. Sure enough, half buried in a pew, there's a guy.
Ah! What you doing over there, you bell end?
You got an action left. Do you want to go for him?
I do.
Okay.
5, 10.
Get almost there.
15.
I'm coming, buddy. And you
Don't breathe the smoke.
End your turn inside. Can I have a D6, please?
Yes, you can.
I will not be. See, they're killing themselves. They choose to breathe the smoke. They're rolling
fine.
D6s. I'm not rolling D6s and getting blamed for first character generation. 5.
I'm trying to make it easier for him by taking more smoke in. So he can
big breaths. The smoke in the room for the civilians. Very heroic. All right. Albrick Stone Chugger. The wee dwarven sorcerer.
Right. I'm going to take a look around at some of the ones who maybe look a little worse off and perform some medicine checks.
Okay. I think you got to just sort of like pick a dude at this point.
So the closest one who looks not so good.
Okay.
I got a medicine check of 9.
Okay. Push him with a toe. Wakey, wakey. Turn on side, splash with ale. This usually works on your own people. Maybe it's the human physiology that's not working. You pour water on a human, you pour dwarf on an ale, and you got it wrong. You put alcohol on the human, and he's just it's not working. You got it wrong. Didn't even make a base of 10. Theowen.
Alrighty then. So as I'm standing there, I've got that guy shouldered on me. I look over and I see my cousin there, Muros. Does he look like he's about to succumb? Do I need to grab him as well?
No. He's, if anything, he's owning it. He's taking in big breaths, talking it. There you are. I'll clear the path for you. You know, trying to suck him this way in the smoke. And he's owning it. He's good.
If we make eye contact for 1 second, you look over and you see the.
Yeah. He gives you the okay. He gives you the okay. If he gives you the thumbs up, he's dead like Terminator going down. You know.
So then I will toot sweet out of the building.
Okay.
With that guy.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah. So now you have an action left. Not that we're recommending you go back in and end your turn there, though. No, just come outside. Don't. Yeah. Okay.
I look around. Nobody worry. I've got me axe.
All right.
That was the most important thing for me.
It's got the,
Thank Desna.
So you got a guy over one shoulder, fireman style, and there's like your axe, and you're like talking to the axe, assuring it. Is that what you're saying?
I would not leave
Or
you
you
in a
hold-
bird, and I promise. I
Oh, okay.
promise me love.
I'm telling you're telling everybody else that you say it's okay. I got my okay. I thought you were talking to the axe itself, right? May live.
Well, I'm talking to both. I can't hurt me axe's feelings. It'll let me down.
That's true.
I don't want it to let me down in a time of need.
Yeah, the actual blade just falls right off the haft. It means it's breaking up with you. It wants to see other dwarves. All right, so Dahlgren, Truth Seeker.
Yes. I'm
Getting
going to finish casting my
Yeah.
spell.
Yeah, tell us about Soothe. That
This
sounds
one's kind
new.
of cool.
Yes.
Because not only does it heal them, it soothes their mind. So the target regains D10 plus 4 hit points and a plus 2 stat bonus to save against mental effects for the entire duration of the spell.
Oh, okay.
And the duration is a full minute.
Can I have that in common as far as a dying person goes there, Joe? This is good news. Lots of hit points. Phew.
Well, D10 plus 4.
Yep. So you roll your spell. Go right ahead.
Yep.
I don't want to be blamed for rolling low. It's
So
I am
a
surrounded
total
by
of
dice, but
9.
okay. So that brings
And that'll bring her up to the point where she should at least be in the wounded condition and not.
right. Well, she had come to 0, so now she's currently has 9. So a little bit of the old.
Okay, I'm looking at it here. Wake up if you have 1 hit point or more.
Yep. Well, she had 15 total. Now she has 9 back. So clear.
She'd wake up.
Yeah,
I would have to say she wakes up on that one.
Yeah. Just now, this is no praying to no god. There's that, occult clear. There you go. To you, a strong, handsome, chest-waffing guy brings you, and you're concerned about where his hands are, and then you awake to this old, gnarled, grizzly hand, still pepper.
But,
Oh, wow.
but mentally, you're very calm and at ease.
That's true. But your 9 became a 2 really quick. It must be the next morning. Sorry.
Dwarven beater goggles.
There you go. And funny enough, Mar, it's your turn.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
You have some actions left there. I guess finishing the spell and helping her to her feet,
I'll turn to the next person because
Yep.
I can cast it yet again.
Oh,
Just hit one, then hit the other, and then I'm out.
Okay.
That's my load. I'm done.
Okay. Now you are kind of a local. Did you want to like go for extra pointage here and like try to grab a council member? Nope, they all got it on their own steam and them fell. So
Oh, they all survived apparently.
yeah. Can I have does that interest your character? Like a social check to like, oh, this person's important, cousin of the Chamberlain. He'll save you, you know.
To be honest, it's more who's in the worst shape.
Okay. Give me a perception. And we'll start your next spell off. Like there's a lot of people coughing and hacking, but some of these dwarves that like came out, dropped people, they weren't coughing and hacking. And they ran back in to get the next one. They're just kind of laying there still. It's like, oh geez. I don't think it, you know.
It's a 14.
Okay, there's somebody that's like, you know, he put them down face up, but they're literally just, you know, tongue wagged, eyes lolled.
Okay.
It doesn't look good at all.
That'll be my last casting of Soothe, but I will start now.
Okay, so Mara of Desna,
Yes.
an action, get on your feet. Whoop.
Yes.
And what do you want to do?
I will start, helping people get, you know.
Get the medicine going?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I think at this point, like if they're dead as a doornail, they're dead as a doornail.
Yeah.
Or you can just, you know, medicine your way around, unless you feel that some of the council members or some people that have taken literally D6 smoke damage, you want to burn some Desna here. Or, like I said, your basic medicine might go further. It's up to you.
I will do medicine checks and see who is the worst off and help.
So going towards the medicine skill, we're going to ask Joe, but I actually have a skill tab here. And I can just call up medicine, and it tells me all about it. You can patch up wounds and help people recover from diseases, poisons, even if you're untrained. Wonderful. Use your knowledge, recall it. Recall injuries, blah, blah, blah. To perform forensic examination, you spend 10 minutes or more. Ooh. Checking evidence, wound patterns, blah, blah, blah. Well, I could shorten that time because you know exactly what happened. You don't come upon a body dish going, I think it was smoke inhalation. No, I think he swallowed too many frogs. No, I mean, you were there. You know what's going on.
Yeah.
You know exactly what to do. Final rights. There you go. Next. Just process in bulk. Administer first aid. Stabilizing attempt. Medicine check on a creature has 0 hit points. And the dying connection. Hope for the best. Is 5 plus the creature's recovery roll DC, which is typically 15 plus its dying value. Joe, you lied to me. You said it was 10. It says 15. Right here.
That says typically, yes. But in the other, when you look up dying,
yeah,
it states 10. A flat of 10. So your choice.
The DC is equal to 5, which is actually lower than your 10, plus that creature's recovery roll DC.
I still made it.
Which is usually 50. Oh, it's strange. Okay. What'd you get?
No, I meant for my save.
Yeah. Oh yeah, no, you're good.
That.
I was trying to reroll wine. I was not trying to reroll time and end up on the couch. No. I was just investigating the rules further, honey. Anyway, giving out the medicine and the love of Desna, right?
Yes.
Okay. Unfortunately, right here, right now, as a calm quiet falls upon, amidst the chaos, amidst the people and the coughing and hacking, a lone moment, you alone with one civilian. You didn't really know this person, but unfortunately time inexorably moves forward because of your medicine check. As in make one.
I did. 11.
Sorry. Your medicine check of 11 reveals to you that dead is dead. And final rights actually are in order. Do you have anything?
No, I do not have. Well,
go for it. Wing it. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. The dwarves make a pile of bodies because they must. No.
Ha ha ha.
Sorry. Okay. You were I put her on the spot last week, ladies and gentlemen, and she was determined not to be caught again. And
he did it to me again.
But she came up with 2 really great prayers worthy of Coyote Ugly on the bar.
A blessing and a healing prayer,
Yeah.
not last rites.
I know. I'm sorry. I don't control time. Well, I do, but
It's
I don't
his
control
fault.
story. I didn't kill the people. You guys did from neglect.
No, you did.
Okay. And all this arguing burns 3 chevrons. But you know, you do what you gotta do.
Pardon me, sir. I believe
give
that
this
fire would
man
have spread
last
a lot
rites that
faster
nobody
had
has
we
ever
not
heard
stopped
before,
the one in the
and
middle of
they
the
all
room.
applaud. How's that?
Yeah. Give me a base.
There's not a dry eye around.
Yeah. Give me a religion check. Give me a sure. If you don't know in character, that's what dice rolls are for. It's the rule of arguing. I mean, the rule of fun. 14 plus 6 is 20. Yes. You look around, and probably from smoke inhalation, but people are coughing and crying, and, you know. Yes, thank you all. Al, I believe you're saying. Al?
No, it's fine.
No, really, help me from digging this hole deeper.
Can't get
Well,
any
for
deeper.
starters, the wee lass may want to start checking on others before she starts performing final rites on the one she knows is dead when there could be 10 others.
Oh, we're not doing a whole funeral. I just thought there was a small moment in time where it'd be like, you know, there's just that moment of peace and, you know, may Desna go with you on your journey, you poor schmuck, and you move on. That was all. Something simple, but I kind of stage fright her right over the screens here. Much rolls, you know. Al, you know, pulls you away from thinks you're going to set up for a funeral. Anyway. Ook, still missing. Meros. The action back inside, however, continues on.
Alright, I gotta get this little bell end out still. Hey, so I wiggle on over there and grab him.
Oh, that's me. Right.
Hey.
Move in, grab, and yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know. And then I move out as
5,
much as I
10,
possibly
15,
can.
20. Yeah. And take that D6, buddy.
I'm just trying to save him.
Oh, he takes 6 and exactly falls to 0.
Aye, that sucks. Smoke, that is.
Oh. Anyone in the doorway? No. Well, Theron came out and took a couple breaths, and Al, you know, calling over to the halfling that you see, you know, giving a quick final rest. It's your turn, Albrick.
Oh. Muros has been in there quite some time. Should probably go check on him.
6 seconds, but you know, he is the monk. He is the fastest amongst you.
Well, I'll pop back in.
Okay.
Check and see if there's anyone missed.
5, 10, 15, 20. Perception? The smoke is thick.
What can I see?
Well, he would be lying on the floor.
Oh, no,
underneath.
no.
A perception
At
check
this
of
point,
15.
I'm just owning being a dick. Yes, he's right there. I was kidding. Okay, you pop back in. You know, I was just kind of hinting at Matt's meta. You know, 6 seconds. He's been gone a long time. Oh yeah, really? Give me a perception check. I'll have you spend a long time looking for him.
Muros!
Oh no, Muros' baggage. Your cousin or the civilian?
My cousin. No question there.
Okay.
Get in.
Yep. Second move.
Shoulder him up.
Pick him up, and you're done. Because you got
And I'm
20 in.
doing-
Sorry. Can I have a D6 from you, sir?
Oh God, we could be causing a major problem. here.
Oh,
Yes,
nice.
one. I am a
Nice.
survivor.
Oh, he's good. Oh, you had 9. He's faking, ladies and gentlemen. He had 9 points left on a D6. What a drama queen. All right. So, you're okay. Theron. My God. Maros was gone.
Well-
6 seconds, and he can run.
Well,
Yeah.
6 seconds seems to me to be a long time.
And Hal went
So
after
I'll-
him and spent 3 more seconds. I mean, God, what's
All right, that's 3 more seconds.
What the hell?
By Torag, time slips away.
Yeah.
I'm going in.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna freeze time as Theron just
I'm
like
dead.
heroically just chugs right in there, right?
Right there.
Okay. You-
I chunk in.
Yep.
So what do I see when I get right there? That's one movement.
all right. Well, stop moving civilians. Let's get you in there. 5.
Oh.
You get right in there.
There I am.
You're up on your cousin, the sorcerer, has already got Meros up and is turned towards you and taking that first step towards the door. And behind them is a civilian on the floor.
I'll grab that guy.
Okay.
There's no point leaving him behind. I've got my axe. That's the
Yep.
most important thing.
Okay. So pick up, and you can actually,
And I've got one more
50,
movement, I
yeah.
believe. Right?
Just get to the
1, 2,
doorway.
right there. And lickety split. I'm right back out. I'm quick as a rabbit.
Oh, the glare from the sorcerer at your back. Oh, you feel heat. I'm telling you, it zips in, grabs a frick. Doesn't take.
Don't be afraid to put a little pep in your step. My God, if the grass is growing under your heels, you're not moving quick enough.
He's a dwarf, but remember, like sorcerers, typically have all charisma and like we strength, and he's kind of struggling with the giant of a man, which is the monk, and then he sees you and glimmer of hope in Al's eyes, thinking you'll take the other side of your cousin, and he steps around you, grabs a civilian. Which,
Hey,
funny enough, ladies and gentlemen,
there could be reward with
is
this one.
dead. He died 3 rounds ago, but
There could be a reward.
a stranger's corpse worth money is worth far more to me and you and your axe, Theron, than helping your cousins. I understand. Out the door.
He knew what he was getting into when he jumped back in.
It's
I
all-
gotta give him that much respect.
That's true. It's all about not ending your turn inside. Just show them how it's done.
Yeah.
Dahlgren, you're up, buddy.
I should be finishing
Yep.
my spell cast.
Yes, sir. £4.
+4 is 8.
Okay. 8
Plus
points.
2.
Like civilians usually have like 6. Okay.
Well, kind of splash over.
No, it's like you actually. It's not just like clear. It's like you hit him in the heart with adrenaline. Okay.
He just bounces around.
Yeah.
Jumps
Like.
up and starts grabbing a bucket. and-
Oh no, even better. Okay. I'll give it a 25% chance. 1 in 4 chance. Okay. That this is somebody that's just in decent shape, a laborer. Not just some schmo. And with 14, okay, this guy, one action, looks at you, jumps to his feet. Second action, where are you? Right here? Second action, 5, it's like Margaret. 5, 10, goes through Theron, 20, 25, 30 towards the dwarves, and actually ends right in front of Meros, right? Looks around, make sure there's nobody else, and ends his turn. But he's actually right there where some other dwarf should have been. And I'll end my turn here. And I'll even take D6 for 2 points. Start coughing with 4. But he waves at the sorcerer, like, here, give me a shoulder. I'll help you, buddy. There you go. Mara, it's your turn. And the funny thing, Dahlgren, no one saw you. That you were responsible for that miracle. Just goes dashing in there.
Don't expect anything.
Oh, damn it.
I'm part
Damn
of the
it.
story. I'm telling the story.
Damn it. If these NPCs would just stop and burn a chevron to make perception checks, I mean, then you guys would be far more famous than you already might not be already. Anyway, Mara of Desna.
Yes.
Desna's with you today. She does not call you. You are not alit on the wings of the proverbial tunnel down the hallway with the little filtering butterfly that just kind of goes out of bug light, just annoying to call you to your death. No, you are here. You're alive. You're well.
hmm
What do you do?
I continue helping the people around me.
Okay. Can I have an exciting medicine check or 3?
hmm
And with that, more fire, more burning, more missing goblins, and Meros is down and out. What'd you get? 10?
Hold on.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everything's in the way.
No, it's I can see a 10.
Everything is in the way. I
Yes,
can't
you're
see.
being somewhat helpful to the civilian that you've never met. You're fine. You're fine. Meros is at the 0 and has the dying 1 and has to stabilize now, right? Mr. Gibson, back me on this. It's time for stabilization for 2 saves, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, let's have
Oh,
it.
he's fine. He's fine. It's a little bit of smoke.
Yeah. Your fellow player character overrides and you're not allowed to roll. Uses his special forge ability. What? No. What do you got there, Ryan? Meros.
Oros.
I don't feel I have to learn your name anymore. It's touch and go with you right now.
21.
I guess I'm the one responsible for the town people. Ching, ching. And the other guy's like, No, I think it's Muros. No, it's Murray. No, it's Murray. Just making a mess of the headstone. Mary? Yeah. Mary Anvilbender. We knew him well. 21. Well, that looks promising. And what happens? Does he do the eye flutter?
I lose I had one dying condition, so I would lose it.
Yeah.
And then I'm 0 and unconscious.
Right. And the eyes flutter open there, Al. And for a brief moment, he looks over at you and mouths the word. He just laughs in your face. Does everyone know the joke I'm going for? I'm just trying to spoon feed it to my player. Okay.
Obviously, we don't.
Not a clue.
Not a clue. I was just waiting for somebody to go, just wake up enough and go, hands. They're more concerned where your hand is on their butt as opposed to their own health, but that's fine. And he never
Loosen
did it again.
your grip.
Yeah. I'll never do that again. All right. Albric, time to move.
I'll let the civilian take half the load and work our way back out.
So you're going to end your turn? You delay your turn to his initiative?
Oh, crap, no. I'm getting the crap out of there.
I'll tell you what. You can delay to his. That's not ending your turn. It's moving your turn. And
Fair
then the
enough,
two of you
sounds
go.
good. I'll do that.
Yeah, or you just,
come all the way to help. It's the least I can do is make him feel useful.
He came in here yelling Margaret. I mean, maybe he needs to find Margaret. You just go by him. You're okay. He'll be fine. Yeah.
Well, I don't know what Muros does in his spare time. It's
Muros, Margaret.
Yeah.
There's a lot of training that goes into being a monk, and you don't know it all.
So, Albric, you schlep him outside.
Indeed I do.
Lay him down. And claim dibs on his stuff. Just in case. Unless you want to make a medicine check. You don't know he made his fort save. I'm just saying,
Oh, I suppose I have that action, don't I?
Yeah,
I would do that. Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Let's see.
Wake up. You owe me 20 gold. Get going,
6. He's dead!
He starts weeping. Oh no! Oh no! Just pounding on his chest. Oh.
Just fall to my knees. Muros!
Oh, his mother's gonna kill us.
She's twice as big, half as strong, but 3 times as nasty. All right, Theron.
All right, so I'm standing right there. I think you can make a medicine check untrained for simple things.
You can.
Joe,
you
am I
can.
correct there?
Like overacting going on right there. That's a flat
Right.
check of 5.
So I got a 19 on my is he dead?
Yeah.
Oh geez, he's dead. Wait, he's not dead. And as I kind of move up past him, get up.
You see his eyes.
One eye.
His eyes are popping open. They're like the sorcerer's pounding on him and wailing away, and he's kneeling on him. And you see Meryl's kind of like popping an eye, twitching, like kind of trying to wake up, but not quite getting there. He's fine. There you go.
You're such a crier.
Yeah. Now, medicine 1 or 2, but I would like a perception from you just to burn that last action, if I may, if you'd be so kind. I know I shouldn't burn players' actions, but there is a flat check, a flat DC that I would really like you to hit.
You're dying to burn my actions. I got it.
I am. No, I am.
All right. 18.
Yeah, no,
perception.
that is overacting. He doesn't even like his cousin. You know what I mean? I think he's trying to this big performance is more like just the weeping that'll lead up to the funeral so we get more of his stuff or whatever. Just, oh, that can't be right. It's just definitely overacting, I'm telling you.
What kind of a person do you think I am?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm not really there. I'm talking to Thero's axe in his head right now.
Well, if anything, I thought you were a bit like me. I have an eye on his boots. Don't you look at those? He's not dead.
So look at this straight. He's dead, but doesn't touch him, except leaning on him and making it worse. Theron, you're saying he's fine, but you're already pulling off a boot? Just in case? In case you're wrong?
Well, if his eyes are closed, he's not going to know who's pulling one off. But
yeah.
Whatever. No, I'll keep a walking.
If he wakes up,
he
almost died having a good time.
Last thing I want is to be caught with one boot in hand.
All right. Well, We
So
got
no, I'll keep his boots on him this time.
we got everybody out. You know, everyone's out. We
Hooray!
hooray! Except that one guy in there that's just screaming for Maggie.
Maggie.
You know, just yelling Margaret. Sorry, Margaret. You know.
Does the halfling see the commotion with the dwarves?
What like right there in the middle? Oh yeah.
Okay, so
There's,
I'll
like,
go.
people are
over.
like throwing coins like they're street performers. That's a scene from McDwarf, isn't it? Yeah.
They must be method actors.
Yeah.
They're the ones who started the fire.
They're really rubbing it in. We almost died, and they
Fire.
first they're heroes, now they're dickheads for like acting out us dying. Like they bring one of their own out. No, this is how you should do it, guys.
Well, I mean, heroism only goes so far. We're all out. Heroism's
yeah.
out the door now. Those
No.
boots look pretty good.
There are people realizing their loved ones are dead that you guys have brought out that are not recovering. There is
Well,
about
yeah,
6
but
people
there's a
who-
scad of humans. It's not like they're gonna run out.
No, Killian, it's called the flat. Flat humans.
I don't know how you count up townsfolk, but there's a scad of them.
Hero boy.
You broke him.
Oh god.
Hey, they don't call me the hard-hearted for nothing.
Oh.
I mean, I think of everything logically.
Oh man.
Love it. That's perfect.
Darling, that's how you leave not a dry eye through laughter. I had a tickle in my throat all night, and I've been trying not to like into the microphone, and I'm just kind of swallowing, and he hits me with that. It's almost like drinking and then spewing it. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. We try to have a good time, but I got to say, once in a while, one of these guys really catch me off guard. Even though you'd almost think that kind of line is expected. Even though I was spoon feeding comedy earlier. I'm sorry. That was good. But
Theon's looking around as the town folks stare at him. Well, did I say something wrong?
yeah,
don't
no shit, they're
understand.
all glaring at you, right? All of you glaring at you. Margaret appears around the corner. People can kind of hear the faint cries, Margaret, Margaret. And they're all looking worried. They're all over their own dead, that kind of thing. And Margaret appears around the corner. The bucket brigade is still splashing away. And she comes out and she's like, I hear my name, and she's holding a helmet, which is full of water. And she's like, Stephen, looking around, you hear Margaret, cough, cough. And she's like, Stephen, and everyone's like, there's Margaret. And they all like run to her and yay. And they're patting and they're so happy. And they're like, see, a vicious bunch of dwarves, each life matters, inside subtly, Margaret, Margaret, it's just kind of dying off. But no, everyone's so happy that Margaret was found. They kind of overlooked that point. Things calm down, our Chamberlain, our president, El Presidente. I want to say Gilda Ratner. We could say she's being played by Gilda Ratner, but the council members. Where is she here? I've lost my council. Greta Gardenia, calls for order and people calm and and trying to distract people. There's a bunch of waving and motioning and let's say a good 10-20 minutes go by. And, more people that can join the bucket brigade, and they are kind of fighting their way in from the west side, trying to put it out. But the building is getting to a point where just, as many people, or they're calling for people around the town. Maybe they'll get it put out before she burns right down, maybe not. That is definitely going on in the backdrop. People are wailing and crying and comforting each other. And luckily, with all that noise going on, we'll say that not a lot of people heard the dwarf's rude comments, just a collective of them, Then there's Steve, who might have been lost in the smoke. There's Margaret, going on. And this story emerges, who got out? What happened? What's going on? And before they turn to the dwarves, who are obviously like, the proverbial heroes of the day that brought people out, Margaret comes forward holding this helmet and claims that, like every able body that could, this hero wearing this helm, organized them. While they were like freaking out and panicking them, this guy stood up and in the name of Saren Ray championed the cause and, slapped her across the face. She was freaking right out. Pull yourself together, woman. And then I helped the people and we formed a bumper brigade and everything, but where is he? And I went around the side of the building and, all I found was this wretched little goblin puking his guts out next to this helmet. That's all that's left of our hero of the day. We got to find this guy, but then it kind of calms down and she's interested in finding him. Some people look, he's never found. People do turn to the dwarves and our councilwoman, Greta Gardania, introduces herself and asks each of you for your names and thanks you in your assistance. The councilman, particularly the dwarf, and the dwarf does point out one of our local bards, Dahlgren, was a big help, contained part of the fire, which in turn they realized kind of stayed a lot of the smoke and the spread, that people were just instantly burned to death. Okay. There is a loss of life. Like I said, 6 to 9 people did die. There were 40 people in here, 20 booked it. And we saved about 11 to 13 people, lives, gardeners, laborers, people that you've already met in this town. Now, earlier in episode 1, we jetted through, bum, 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 bum. We just ripped through that whole you meet in a tavern kind of thing. But this town's going to be your home base for this adventure, and we are going to revisit these people again and again and again. We could have done like 6 hours just on you meeting every little person that are now gathered around sort of thanking you. And as Messsina put it earlier, what's the point if we die? So it's like, we'll skip through that, but you guys will get the chance to meet, greet you, the audience. There's so much thick adventure here. She asks you, young dwarves, and Dahlgren, Dahlgren, who are your kinsmen? Who helped us today? And you 5, look for that hero. The owner of this helmet must be found, All they found was some little goblin puking his guts out around the corner. He's not him. Moving on. Dahlgren, who are your kinsmen?
Well, I believe that they can introduce themselves. But we have Miros Anvilbender. Oh, well, my name's here.
They point on the ground.
And Thewen, the hard-hearted.
Yes.
But true heroes they all are.
Yes. Myra.
Yes.
One of your drinking buddies from last night has fallen, and you've medicined your way and helped a bunch of people, and you come upon him, and they're, he is down.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to have a go at him while they're, because now the focus is turned to the party of your dwarves, and they're introducing themselves.
Mm-hmm.
One's still wrestling with the other boot. One's still doing his Stella kind of bit, but
Stop that boot.
Streams of tears are clearing the soot off of my face.
Got the reverse. He's got the reverse raccoon going on, right?
Your mother is going to kill me. I promised her I'd bring you back safe and sound.
Dear God.
Oh, it's gonna hurt so bad when I have to tell her this. Oh, Muros.
That's gonna hurt your ass. It's gonna tan you. This definitely draws your attention. Anything you can do to help medicine check at the least?
Yes, I will make sure that he's not dead for one.
Okay.
And then if he's not dead, then I will heal him.
Okay. I love how the charismatic character played by Matt here is just like milking the whole scene. Why? It's awesome. Sorry, Theron?
I was going to say, I'm standing right by. Oh, he's not dead. He's just hamming it up. He does that.
Are you just trying to take the boots off so you can take the dwarven pulse by the foot? As is tradition?
Yeah, well, that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Because any kind of beard sensation against the sole of a foot perks a dwarf right up.
So what did you get for that medicine, Mara?
14.
14. Yeah, I think we can, juice a little hit point in him. Want to juice him with some magic or got a healing?
She'll kneel down and she prays. She says, Desna, let your life-giving powers flow through me and into this body and into the very depths of his soul, cleansing, purifying, restoring them to wholeness and strength, so he may continue his path yet not traveled.
Hey, Desna's a wordy good.
Wow. That was good. Oh, that was good. Not good when I shine the spotlight too quickly. But no, that was good. Little thought. That was nice. Missed my music cue. I was trying to get some going on here.
Desna.
No. We got some good old holiness going on here. So, you say your prayer, and again, just like at the bar, gentlemen, a calm befalls the people, and it's sensed as opposed to heard. What you're hearing now, ladies and gentlemen, and she lays her hands on him, and right by where do you grab him?
On his chest. I'll put my
On his
hand
chest. Okay, on the bare chest.
Yeah.
Bearing up to elbows and chest hair, trying to get the skin. To get the spell going. What do you got? A D8?
No, it's a D10.
D10? And why is that by chance?
It's a thing that
It's a
The book
class.
says so?
No. It's D8s are healing, but she has a special class feature feat
Yeah.
that ups her healing powers mightily to 10. So it's not just wafting D8. She gets in there and just ripping through the chest hair, because you always shave your patient, and then boom, let's have that D10. You get what?
5.
5. Well, okay.
Wow.
Yeah, again, not used to the dwarven physiology. What can you do? Anyway, back to the soothing, right? So, Meros, right?
My Alexander, not yet. Is that? What? Where? Hoi. Dave, what's going on? Alec, are you crying? What the fuck is going on with your face there?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a miracle. Praise be to... What's your deity's name again, Roxy?
Just a wordy
Desna.
Praise be to Desna.
holding up the
He
butterfly.
lives.
Holding up the
I
little...
thought we'd lost you, lad.
I wasn't dead. I was taking a wee nap. Breathing in all that smoke to save that little bell end that I pulled out there. Takes it out of a monk.
Takes it out of what?
Monk.
Oh, takes it out of a monk. I thought you said takes it out of me. Well, pause. What? Well, what? Monk. Sorry, the Scottish dwarven monk. Got it. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I gotta say that was exciting for as much rule bending and anvil bending that we did. So now back to introductions. Seriously, the people want to know. The quick little drama's over. I mean, obviously there's respect for the dead and people are being carted off, or there's the proverbial guy in a wagon. Bring out your ring. Oh, good. Came right on time. They just start lopping people on there. Even Theon, right? How they just carelessly cart them off. Got plenty of humans left. Gardenia wants to know, brave heroes, please introduce yourself. Who are you?
I'm Mara of Desna.
Thank you, Mara of Desna. Not only did you help save the heroes yourselves, but we would call upon you to aid, and call upon your brethren, because for no good reason we have like 3 temples here, and you'd think you'd see a cleric fall over one when we got so many holy establishments, but they're off doing their thing. But you're here, so engulfing your tiny hand in her 2 great big hands. Thank you so much, lifting you off the ground. Good thing we had a cleric here, even though the town's full of them. Why, yes, and you dwarves, you gentlemen, you stout folk of the mountain, who are you, please?
Albert will stand up and brush as much soot off of his attire as he can. Albert Stonejugger, at your service, mum. You're very lucky me and me cousins was here today.
She looks around. She's still hugging some of the townspeople next to her, and while others wearily clap her on the back and thank you for their lives, and you guys, there are people that, like when they recover, there is that sort of mulling around despite the little show in the middle here. People are clapping each other in the back, thanking you guys for their lives, And you, with the boots that don't belong to you, put those down.
I'll drop the leg in the boot. Oh, you me? I'm Theowen, son of Joel and Crosshammers, the fireproof and fearsome. Save your praise and thanks. Just pass your coin. You're welcome. Perhaps next time you'll build a giant building of stone instead of wood. Save us the trouble.
With a statue of you out front, no doubt, she says.
That
And,
wouldn't hurt.
and you, looking down at the ground, he still hasn't got up. You know, Meros is hopefully waving his leg at you for a foot rub or something. You, sir, on the ground there. Dwarf.
Get up and brush off the chest there.
Okay, someone's missing. Actually, there's still a halfling, like in Jesus, stuck in there.
What's that? The giant teak. Oh no, sorry. Sorry, there you go there. No, you. Hey, Murus Anvilbender. Fastest dwarf of the 5 kingdoms.
Well, we thank you all. And Dahlgren, your actions and quick thinking, directing fellow council members and myself, will not go unpunished. But I must ask, what manner of madness is this? What just happened? This can be no accident. Did anyone see anything? Does anyone remember the accent I used in the last episode? One of the guards who was stationed outside before the fire began raises a hand. Then his voice. Aye, says the wearied uniformed man. The clerk saw everything. It was Calmont, that cad of a bookseller's apprentice. He lit the fires in the halls next to the chamber. He also set the fire monster loose on the crowd. The scum. The second guard shouts in assent. Indeed. What? I'm guard 2. You expect me to sound different? No, says the grave but steely woman. I mean, indeed. A witness outside the building saw him run towards Hell Knight Hill. And everyone looks off to the east. A surprised and worried wave ripples through the crowd. Oh my goodness, this is much more concerning than Dwarven chest hair. The crowd at this information, including, remember Warble, the little goblin lady, the scholar? Her voice, the Citadel, my bumble brashers. Greta raises her hand authoritatively, and the crowd begins to calm. Friends, we'll get to the bottom of this, and I'm sure after I recover from smoke inhalation, the GM will settle on 1 accent per person. But we can't do it alone. Who are the heroes in attendance today? Anyone beyond these braised dwarves and the halfling that we've never really seen before. Heroes, are you willing to investigate Hell Knight Hill?
For the right price, we will.
And she kind of puts her hands on her hip. The council will pay, of course.
Oh, well, then we are your heroes.
Oh, yeah. All right.
You'll have to forgive my cousins. They seem to have a one-track mind. I myself would like to get my hands around the neck of whoever caused this commotion. Damn near lost me cousin. But don't get me wrong, coin's good too.
Now, a good deed never goes unpunished. And the adventure here, I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, is full of rewards and cool things that you get for helping. I mean, if you guys helped get everyone to escape the fire, she awards you with 2 minor... Oh, wait, no, people died. Sorry. Moving on. If you douse the fire entirely...
They still escaped the fire.
They're out of the building.
Nobody burned.
What about
Nobody
Steve?
burned.
What about Steve?
We
Okay.
got him out once. He
All right.
went back in.
All right, point taken. Instead of 2 minor healing potions, I'll give you 1. There you go. 1 minor point of healing goes to the party. Who's taking it? Somebody has to put it on their sheet. They're the lugger of stuff, the tracker of gear. You know where I'm going with this?
Axe swing.
Well, if someone's got to carry gear and magic and money, it might as well be me.
All right.
I'll take the potion
1
and
minor healing.
stow it.
People died, and Steve is lost to us forever. And they never did find that hero who started the Bucket Brigade. If you douse the fire entirely, now you guys, again, the hero and the people kind of did that. So that wasn't, you guys did try that one of the 3 fires that broke out. We kind of really owned and flanked that one little one, but yeah.
Hey, but we did the directing, so really, it's all our credit. You know, when you outsource labor, really, it's the management that gets the credit and the pay.
Well, Frank this time, odd or even. She's
well, I'm
listening to you.
always
She's
odd.
holding up 2 more vials of something and something, and it's like, I'm not giving you both. Like, you know, my script is very clear that, you know, no. Odd or even there, Frank.
Well, I'm always odd.
All right. Even. Would you rather have
Perfect.
lesser antidote potion, or sorry, a lesser antidote, not necessarily a potion, it could be a salve or whatever, but a lesser antidote is passed to you as thank you gifts.
All right, well, I'll take that. Not quite sure what I plan on doing with that. I don't plan on getting poisoned.
And the last part, you know, if you actually did both, you know, there'd been money in it for you, but you know, that's been cut down to like, well, you know, just pulls out a bag of 50 silver, and it's like, you know, the GM added like 2 NPCs, one directly helped and one kind of did what you're supposed to do, so that's taking off plus tax and insurance.
The NPC isn't shy about taking 50 silver.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry. This would take off the tax. I was saying it should be less to the players. So you know what? We're gonna give the party 5, and we're gonna give Dahlgren another 5 directly. So who's holding party cash? Anyone?
Albert?
Well, Albright's always been the one good with numbers, so...
Okay, Albrecht.
Yeah, I'd have to say that's me. You can't trust these 2 loggerheads. They'd be likely to take it down to the local pub and drink it away in a matter of minutes.
Oh, that's a certainty.
For
the sun rises.
Without you guys, like, and we're on it, and we're this. It's like there was a lot of DM hinting and many options from me, so the rewards are a little tiny bit, but no one goes empty-handed. 5 silver to Theron for the party. 5 silver and some finger guns to our local bard. Regardless, she does thank you for all the help you did putting out the fire, and the actual committee will offer the party not silver but 10 gold pieces, which is ye old 100 gold pieces, if you know what I'm saying. 10 gold pieces for taking the job of contacting the goblin tribe, the Bumble Brashers, and an additional 10 gold pieces for tracking down that halfling cad, Calmont, whom she specifically asks you to bring him back to the town alive for questioning. And I'm really going to regret saying this other part because I just know these guys are going to hold it against me, if at all possible.
You'd be surprised what you can live through.
I'm not going to lie.
She's the little halfling. Even you, hey, Tu Brute.
Don't ever put me on the spot
Prospect of
again.
having the dragon back is not as appealing as maybe just bringing his head, but we'll do what we can.
If at all possible, she says.
Yeah, I heard you.
This is what the script
Ish.
was me. Ish.
Alive-ish.
Both of these rewards, 10 and 10 gold pieces, will be payable as soon as you complete these tasks, as in no half up front. You guys can head up there as soon as you want, but you guys are still free to, like, you know, schmooze, you know, you get to it, but obviously young, you know,
Everybody needs to
I
rest.
think we're
and-
going to
and
need a bit of time to recover after this, Lassie.
a day and a rest and a thing and another day and
Give us a day and a few pints of your finest ale.
all right. Well, to reflect upon the proverbial party break, I think we're almost at the 2-hour mark in. We'll take a break ourselves and we will be right back. Don't go away, ladies and gentlemen. And we're back. Hello. Sorry about extended break. Need them. Quote. Well, I hope you got up. I hope you did the stretch. Sitting is the new smoking, they say. And we made you sit there for 2 hours, so I hope you got up, got a little stretch. We try not to have the break for more than 5-ish minutes, 10 tops. But you're back now. We're back now. So we were discussing the party size. And like I said before, we have Joe Gibson on hand to sort of show him off to you and what he can do as a rules lawyer, because he will be playing alongside me. I get to play under Rob in a Sunday game coming up on our own Twitch channel, twitch.tv GM's Cut, which is our own go at doing something different. One-shots, Pathfinder Society. Maybe this goblin wanders off and heads to Plaguestone because it never falls. You just don't know what's coming. We'll see. But for right now, using Rob to help me with tech, using Joe to help us stick our head in the book so that you don't feel that the players are just going, oh, yeah, no, that's good, type of thing. We have an outside source to help with our first stream. And guys, we want to thank you for coming, because we're having a great time. I mean, I'm in session 2 and Frank almost made me cry my pants. But Rob's back. So Rob,
I am.
While you were gone, they feel that your classic party size is 4, up to 6 is allowable. Now Joe is just doing, like we said, a little cameo. He'll be peering alongside me under you. We're gonna see what happens next. They might I don't want any spoilers here, but we might try to turn that yellow to green. And I have to sort of meta and tell the audience and Rob this up front, because he has instructions not to join the party. So if they
I've been holding back, just trying to be reactionary.
If they role play you in and have you go no, because being the DM, it's no, really. If you want to go, they want you. So getting back to the story at hand, you guys have been hired by the town council president, Greta Gardenia. And I'm going to see if I can't find her right here, just to pull up a picture. There she is, for all to see. Kind of got that Walt Disney Atlantis glyphs under the top of the cheeks going on here.
Face tats.
Yeah.
Always a classy choice.
A soft, light chocolate brown hood and wrap. I believe she's Varisian human. So it's sort of a little of a gypsy lend with that sort of head wrap and you see the little dangle pin on the top and some, the 3-dot white over top the eyebrow makeup, she's got little stars for jewelry going on, black hair. And again, mid-late 30s, early 40s, I'm going to say. And she leads the council, a dwarf, a gnome, couple humans, and a Pisani brother. Because that's not stereotypical, but okay. Now, what of this? What of this woman? What of these people? Who cares about this kind of thing? Well, she just hired you 10 gold pieces to help the actual petitioner, Miss Warble, go up there and see what those smoke signals on the hill are about. And 10, because we witnessed somebody setting a fire. And arson in this town apparently is illegal. I mean, you guys would just...
Well, this much wood around. Yeah, of course it is.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, the dwarves seem to think this place need to be restructured to stone, but the humans disagree. And I'm going to say the Bucket Brigade, possibly got there in time. Oh, you guys are so freaking lucky. I rolled 4%. They're still going to town. More people, more townsfolk, and finally, inside out, not just smoking. You could think this building's about to collapse in. A couple guys come out, empty buckets, going, "We got it out." They can't really get in the building. They're going to come to smoke inhalation. "We got it out. It only cost us 50 more lives, but the building is insane." Falls over. Questions from our party. Role playing amongst yourselves, moving amongst yourselves, patting each other on the back. There are 3 cousins that are having that little Macbeth scene. There's a halfling that's still kind of stuck to a chest, and our local...
I am not.
Sorry. And our local bard. Now, I believe I've got... There he is. There he is. Our local bard.
I'm back.
Dahlgren Trueseeker. A little bit of flavor that we added. I believe it was the great Troy Lavallee that said, my Galorian won't be the same as your Galorian. Your game is your own. Read through the books, use as much or little as the rules as you want. You know, it's like multiverses of the Spider-Verse, the Galorian verse, the Troy Lavallee verse. And I agree wholeheartedly. I'm backing with this man because he said something I like. So our world, our version of Age of Ashes, okay, because it's brand new, we want to be the spear, you know, first one out there on the internet, showing you the story. I am trying to stay as close to the story as I can. I'm not just throwing anything out going, I don't want to use this guy. But as we're going and showing you the story, there's a little bit extra flavor, just a little bit on the side. And Dahlgren Truthseeker is one of these little side plots that we've added. And I'm going to, as they say, stop time once again. And not one day this morning, not 2 days, revisiting some haunting visions and nightmares. I'd like to go 3 days back. I want to pull up a map of the river, or of Leech, at least Breach Hill itself. There we go. Lovely map of Breach Hill itself. No real markers, no real need. 3 days back, and it's evening. And out here, way on the southwest, where see how the river, which is like several squares, so it's quite wide, comes across. And we're just gonna try and pull up a little bit of ambience for you. Two mercenaries, nameless, but stereotypical in nature. When you work for the Pisani brothers, they may have jobs that they can't sort of get their own hands dirty doing. And in the middle of the night, I'd like to show you 3 men that are on the edge of this river, lit by the moon, and as the water flows into the gate, there's huge sort of an underwater portcullis, a grate, almost like a sewer grate that blocks, it's quite wide, like the water flows through, but a creature can't really pass through it. Right? And pinned to this gate, like up to his nose, just kind of gasping little, they've got this guy kind of roped. Our own dwarven bard, Dahlgren Truthseeker, awakes and finds himself in quite a peril as he's been roped to the outside of this grate, water pushing past him, pinning him to it, and head barely above water. Getting his bearings after being knocked heavily unconscious from behind, 2 men are, shall we say, standing at the river's edge. One holds a rope. A skinny man, mousy in features, about 30, 35 years old, wringing his hand, pulling a rope and pointing at it, showing Dahlgren that if he pulls this, the slip knot that they got going on around his wrists that he can't even get to will be pulled free, and Dahlgren would be set free and can just swim to shore. If he drops the rope, well, then Dahlgren's fate is sealed. Beside him, a towering hulk of a man, a living fortress, if you would, just thick with muscle, bald, standing side by side. The 2 men taunt Dahlgren, apparently about a debt owed, whether it's fake, fictional, real, or just perceived by the Pisani brothers. They're not pleased with our dwarven bard for whatever reason, spreading rumors, or shall we say, looking into the truth. Dahlgren Truthseeker might have found out something about the Pisani brothers that the Pisani brothers don't want to know, don't want people to know. And these 2 mercenaries are on hand to take care and quiet problems. We go now to the moonlit night 3 days ago, where a sputtering Dahlgren has few options. The man wearing a cloak and a sort of pinstriped tunic, taunting him, dangling the rope. I give you the voice acting talents of Matt, Witt, and Ryan Messsina as our 2 mercenaries this evening. Matt?
Yes.
Do you think after my overwinded description you know who I'm getting at?
Oh, I do know exactly who you're getting at.
So, if we do a little multiverse hop, and these 2 mercenaries remain nameless, but you give me the voices and how they would act, and you're hired by your, the Pisani brothers to do odd jobs, your mission here, obviously, is to, just punish this poor guy. Now, this is a family show, okay? This isn't torture. They're after information. One tug of the rope and the man goes free. But the man doesn't know that. Well, maybe he does. And maybe you 2 have the sadistic pleasure of watching the man beg for his life. But this is a action sequence, gentlemen, so you'll forgive the implications that are going on here. And I'll just have a mercenary by the name of Rahal and his large companion by the name of Merrick open the scene for you as they get Dahlgren's attention.
Now you listen here, old timer. I'm going to make this real simple for you. You tell us what we want to know, and I'll set you free. One little tug is all it's going to take.
Huh. What is it you want to know?
That's a good question. What is it that I want to know?
I know many tales and many stories. It's what I do.
How about we find out how long he can hold breath for?
That's true. There's not sort of a high tide on the river, but it's only a matter of a time before the river swells a little bit if they dam one end up or that kind of thing. The Pisani brothers aren't pleased with some of the rumors or things that he's been looking into, and they're interested in who else knows this proverbial truth or rumor besides himself. Did he tell anyone what he found out? And obviously he has to convince you that possibly it's no one else and he won't talk. And maybe you only have one body. Person or agreement to come to. But right now, before you seal his fate or not, you need to know if there's anybody else that need to, shall we say, be entertaining to you tomorrow night and the next night and the next night till the Pisani brothers are happy.
It's pretty simple, old timer. All we wants to know is who you told what you found out about the Pisanis.
And what is it you think I found out?
You know what you
Really?
found
We're
out,
raw
old
role playing
man.
here, Rob, and you're dropping these like hardcore. Come on, man. I'm dancing around. Don't be that dwarf, man. You know what? Just drop the rope. I'm done with it. I've soft padded this as much as I can.
The information I've found is nothing. I've kept it to myself. I know better than to say anything. Now, if you want to keep your mouth shut, if you think you can kill me, don't let me go. If you do let me go, I give you my dwarven word I'll keep it to myself. For a price.
Raul, we could just take his tongue and then he cannot talk.
I will be missed. And I do believe some of my brethren are coming down the hill. So go ahead. Do your worst.
So what do you think, Merrick? Do you think he'll sink or do you think he'll float?
This is true. Sorry, gentlemen. The Call of Heroes, comes up in 3 days. And this dwarf not only isn't acting like he's at a disadvantage, he's practically daring you to kill him and see what happens. So this guy either is like got balls of steel, they're probably frozen off by now at the bottom of the river, but or maybe
They're sick down there too.
Yeah.
Don't you worry.
maybe you can't risk having him disappear just yet. Can I have what counts as, shall we say, bluff or persuasion from you?
Give me a second here.
These are tossed in NPCs, and I'll give them, the proverbial DC flat check.
What's that here? That won't help me there.
Deception?
Or intimidation. Which do you prefer?
Yeah. Maybe you're trying to.
That's an intimidation.
Yeah,
It's like, no,
yeah.
my
Yeah,
cousins
sure.
are coming. So
Yeah, go. Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Here, grab that. And there it is intimidation. No, don't fail me now.
10.
10.
It's he's not a bad liar, and he seems convinced. But what are the odds that a whack of dwarves are just going to come down the mountain and answer this month's call? It's a 50-50. You know what I mean?
Did you bother to look at my clan dagger before you put me in here?
What's a
Yeah.
dagger?
I don't care about that sort of stuff, old man.
That's
You
true.
will.
You did take a knife from his person, a dagger that's very broad at the blade with a carved hilt, but only so he couldn't like possibly wiggle or get it free and cut himself free. You know, these guys are like chimpanzees. The dwarven feet come right up and they just like do their taxes, and you just can't risk that. So you actually have what he's calling his clan dagger in your possession. It's the only weapon he had on them, besides that horrible instrument that you wish he would just beat somebody and destroy.
I'll take a look at it.
Okay.
Does it look like I don't know how dwarven lore I am, but I'll give a raw roll.
Society?
If I can.
Give me a society, yeah?
Sure. So 6.
You can't tell if like yes or no. So maybe you got to take him his word. However, I will give him definitely a solid +4 if Rob finishes where he's going with this, because you had put the evidence in your hand. +2 for just coughing it up and making you look at your own doubts. +4, Rob, you finish your role play, which would bring that 10 up to a 14 for that intimidate.
Look closely at the anvil on me dagger.
Ooh. Sure enough, there's
I've been long from home. Maybe my clan isn't big, but there are many, many of my kin in the 5 mountains. They'll notice me gone. I don't go home often, but I go home often enough, and they know I live in Breach Hill. So please, release me or kill me. I still hold true to my word to the Passani brothers. I don't need the trouble. I simply will keep the story to myself, as long as it goes no further than this. And I'll do my best to forget your names as well.
We never gave you our names. What do you think, Merrick?
you guys do kind of stand out when you do appear at this little mousy guy and this huge dude, right?
Your friend Merrick there, can he speak?
We were offered the bonus. I would like to get the bonus, but I don't know if it is worth all these extra headaches.
And of course, I do that strain at the rope thing, like, come on.
Yeah.
Like, I may be a bard, but I'm still a dwarf.
Oh yeah, you have your pride. Yeah.
Mm.
If you're gonna kill me, hurry up and kill me. No, I totally get where you're going with this. For being such a good sport, guys, I'll tell you what. There are, well, as you know, there are a couple dwarves coming down the mountain soon. Whole wagon of them. No, I'm not going to endlessly let these guys recycle dwarves. That's not going to happen. But 2 of the 3 of them do have anvils on their clan daggers, as we stated last episode. So I'd like to know from Ryan, Messsina, and Frank, who wants to adopt this pain in the ass into their clan? Or maybe he stole the dagger from one of your clansmen, and maybe that's why now either it's still in Rahal's possession, and that's why you didn't see it on him earlier when you first met him, or he's hiding it from his own clansman because he doesn't want to get caught holding another man's dagger. If you catch my drift.
And Jeff, just for you, the design on it is simply an anvil.
Yeah.
With an open eye on it.
Oh. Oh, sorry, he doesn't want to be family. He's got his own.
Well, no, the anvil will still tie you in, but I'm not necessarily related. Like all the the clans would have similar things.
Yeah, I got you.
But each one is based on what they do for a living.
Yeah, okay. So kind of like how we've got the monk and the warrior a little bit more closely related than the sorcerer because the anvil's
exactly.
Very cool. Oh, wow. You know, actually, I like that thinking on the spot. Not to mention I like totally meted to tie you into the party, to give you a nudge. And Rob goes the other way on me. Respect, man. I'll give you another +1 for that. So we're up to 15 on the Intimidate. Base DC for people is your 10 plus their level plus their primary stat of So we're getting warm, if not hitting the money. What do you think there, American Rahal?
All right. How about this? I'm going to hang on to this. It seems like it's something that might be a bit important to you. And I spin it up into the air and tuck it into my cloak.
I growl, if nothing else.
All right.
You don't want to be caught with that.
Yes. And as I said before, for you to lose it is shame. Well, you know where it is right now, but I'm just saying, like,
Yeah.
you know.
If I have to come hunting for that,
Yeah.
it won't be just me.
Anyway, you were
2-on-1 from behind, even. Dishonorable
he's funky.
foe.
I like him.
Rahul, you
you
were saying?
always like the spunky ones. Listen, I'm gonna hang on to this for a few days. We're gonna do a little investigating on our own. If I find out that you're lying to us, well, you won't even see it coming.
Like the coward you were, you'll sneak up on me again.
But in the meantime, just to ensure you're gonna keep your mouth shut, this is gonna stay with us.
And with that, he sharply tugs on the rope, forcing you free, and your own body weight makes you splash under
Yeah,
the
I
water
got-
and swimming frantically to shore. By the time you come up, the two men are gone, and you are left shivering in the cold in the night to collect your brewing displeasure and possibly hatred keeping you warm. But, shall we say, a soaking wet Dahlgren truth seeker at least knows that as long as these guys work for the Pasanis, they haven't gone far with his clan dagger. And now he's in a bit of predicament. I'm not saying he lied. I'm not saying, well, perhaps he's uncovered a little bit too much truth. But if you have a closer look at the player's hand guide, you'll see where I'm going with this. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to, start the wheel of time back up on here, coming back up to the present. Did you guys have any questions for each other? The council, they just hired you. There's the three of you, and they're asking the heroes at large. Now, the council doesn't know you guys don't know each other. There is a tradition that a lot of heroes usually gather at the Wizard's Grace, as you had the night before the Call of Heroes, which you did. But that doesn't automatically assume that you guys wish to have anybody or whom in your party. So, at this point, Theron, I believe, speaks for the three dwarves, or is it Albrecht?
It's a joint effort.
It depends on the situation, right?
Theon,
No, I'm never.
he's like the Leonardo, and I'm the Donatello.
He holds the veto power.
Okay.
He's
Well-
the boss. He's the boss, but I'm the smart one.
Really? Because I would have pegged you as the talky guy and him as like a Raphael that just makes things worse because he opens his trap and his charisma. Like, you saw what happened twice in this
That's
adventure.
the monk.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
No.
can't really argue with that either. All right. So anyway, gentlemen, they're talking like you're all one big happy family, but present your party, who comes forth to answer the call. 10 gold upon delivery. Bring us the Cad Calmont, preferably alive, if possible. And please look into, Miss Warble's problem with the Bumble Brashers, those smoke signals atop the hill. This, shall we say, these things aren't going to undo themselves. Now, they're kind of wringing their hands. Can I have a society check from all of you? Maybe what you know about this town, before you got here? Yep.
Oh,
All four of them. Wow.
20.
I got a 14 society.
one.
What? Really?
All the
There's
society.
people here.
Well, disposable, according to one of you.
Well, I didn't say disposable. I just said they weren't going to run out.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. At the risk of showing too many images again. Well, actually, I do want to talk about this one in a moment here. And there's Miss Warble. Come on, getting warmer. Yep, that's the town. Adventure order. Nope. Nope. There it is. There we go. Behold, they're talking about the Citadel all-terrain. And
Sweet looking pad.
yeah, you
Right.
remember Warble?
Yep.
So who got the highest society check?
I believe I did.
Mine came in first, though.
Okay.
It's 3 days faster.
You do the least, the soonest.
All right. You guys do know that the Citadel was last manned by the Order of the Nail. and they have it in for like the wilderness. The wilderness and the fey creatures are encroaching, as it were, and we must hold them back. And that kind of, and there's much more to their order, but in a nutshell, with those crappy rolls, we'll just say that. And this is
So
their
they're
symbol.
not carpenters.
Not carpenters. No, they're military order.
They sound like a cheerful bunch.
The Hell Knights hail from Cheliax, a neighboring country. And it is rumored that their order was formed to actually mimic the legions of hell, how they were actually put together, how they're garnered. These guys are a sort of a uphold the law no matter what. That is the most important thing. Order, even a tyranny approach. And they are sort of the elite troops scattered around amongst there are several orders, all representing certain tenets, all around Cheliax. And out here, in this lovely little country, why, just a mile, stone's throw away from Breach Hill itself, one of their last strongholds, Citadel, All-Terrain, now stands vacant. And apparently some goblins are there. Sorry?
Once upon a time, Cheliax did hold all of this area.
That's true. That's true.
If you dig around, you'll find it.
Well, you're Bard. You're supposed to know these things.
Exactly.
But before you completely unzip and show off all your skills, shall we get back to the dwarves at hand? The halfling, our local guy that we just assume everybody knows everybody. They're kind of wringing their hands at you, and even though you can't get a lot about what's going on and why out there, the actual event, the Call of Heroes, with these roles, I'll give you this. There wasn't a lot of heroes answering the call this particular weekend. I mean, this particular month. You know what I mean? So they're like really kind of leaning on you guys, the three dwarves, the halfling, Dahlgren's to the side there a little bit. What say you? Who speaks for you? Declare your party now.
Hey, Albright, get up there and say something fancy. I'm just going to muck it up.
Oh, all right then.
Oh, yay, the crier. She looks at I mean, sorry, the herald of your people.
If you guys want, I wouldn't mind taking a swat at it every now and then. Can't be any harder than a training dummy, right?
Right, so you're going to keep him under control, and I'm just going to have a few words with the townsfolk here.
Okay. I swear, like Greta, like leans into like the closest civilian, going, "Did he just call me a dummy?" Yeah. No, ma'am. I think he's talking about like just okay, face front. Yes. Who represents you?
Well, on this particular day, my lady, that would be me, Albrecht Stone Chugger, but you can call me Al.
Every time. Every time.
I'm sorry. Was I supposed to have some music queued up for that? Something.
Paul Simon reference.
We'd be happy to take on these tasks.
Oh, I missed that.
Good.
Sorry. Was there a movie or sound drop? But I missed the Oh, sorry. Could you spell it out for the younger? And myself.
You can call me Al, Paul Simon.
Paul Simon.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Yeah.
We're old.
Is that, were you checking for diamonds on the soles of the monk's shoes? Because that's something that
There
makes a
you
lot more sense, Theon. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I might be half asleep, but I'll come back swinging hard. Okay. Moving on.
So, my lady, we'd be honored to take these tasks on for you folk here. The gold's good. And also, I, as I said earlier, I wouldn't mind getting my hands around the neck of whoever started them fires. Just going to need a day or two maybe to get ready. And we'll head up to, what did you call that place again?
Oh, my hell.
Do you want to chime in, Dahlgren? Like, there's obviously a communication barrier between the humans and, your kinsmen. It's just kind of painful to watch.
Yeah, it is pretty painful. Are we going to go? You're planning on going to the Citadel up on Hell Knight Hill?
Oh, Hell Knight Hill, it's called. That's not ominous at all. All right, then. Sure, sounds good to me. You guys in? Hey, boys?
Hi. I'm in.
And
so you got 3 dwarves, but, at the very least, we owe the lovely priestess of Desna a drink or two, but it'd be a pleasure if she'd accompany us.
all heads turn and then look down.
Well, somebody has to make sure you gentlemen behave yourselves.
Not a good chance of that, lady. And
Probably
you, old timer, Dahlgren, you seem
Aye.
to know your way around these parts, and be handy to have someone like you with us as well.
Well, I'd agree to go with you. And once that business is done, maybe you can help me with a wee bit of business of my own. You can keep the gold. And when we're done, we'll talk.
Ooh, calling upon a dwarven favor and honor system, as it were. Not to mention he's willing to like give up his gold. What do you say, gentlemen?
Just gives a solemn nod in his direction.
Then we're agreed.
That makes me just a wee bit suspicious, the dwarf giving up his gold, but whatever. Coin is coin.
And so, with a hearty secret dwarven handshake that goes on for like 20 minutes where they're stripping down and grabbing each other's ankles and pulling chest hairs and making it all official, and the halfling dekes out of it.
Tugging on your beard.
That's
yeah.
right, the whole bit. I proclaim this party formed. The adventure begins. And you guys, you know, the townsmen, they're cleaning up, they disperse or whatever. I'm not even going to ask you if you have a name for your party, because you probably all insist it's your own clan name. We'll start that argument next session. But we'll bid you adieu. We're going to cap it here. And again, we would like to thank our sponsor, Fantasy Grounds, which you can find on Steam. And we're having a great time logging in and pushing maps around. I'm having a great time showing you the behind the scenes. A special shout out to Corey Thomas of Dark Galaxies Gaming, where we're streaming here tonight. And we will restream ourselves at Twitch TV, GM's Cut on Saturday. And next Sunday, 2 Sundays, a couple Sundays again, you know, a little switch places. Rob in the hot seat. I get to play. Oh, it's been years. Joe, the rules lawyer on hand. We telling him he's allowed to play, but we just really need as many rules lawyers as we can, you know.
Pretty much.
We sensed possibly the return, if you're a Roll Mongers fan, of Jarrett the intern might be in the wings. We have an old gaming buddy, one Corey Shazon, for those of you in the know, who's going to come and sit right here in our studio, and we're going to make him a character on the air and have a go under Rob, because it's simply 2nd edition. Good night, everybody. Thanks again, and we will see you next time here with
Cheerio.
Dicewise Entertainments presents Age of Ashes, Hell Knight Hill, Book 1. Good night, everybody. Say good night, everybody.
Hola.
Ready?